a second, guys. Give him a second.
Aha! That's right. Episode 347. Can't hold a good man down, or Otter in this case. Why had OBS defaulted to the default mic instead of my mic? I don't know. YouTube's working against me. OBS is working against me. Fuck. Yeah, no, I wasn't muted. I don't understand why OBS had put the default to just whatever your default mic is. Guess what my default mic is set for in Windows, Drunkle?
The microphone you keep in your ex-girlfriend's toilet.
Well, I'm interested what it sounds like in there for reasons that are none of your business, sir.
We all are. All are.
What do you...
That is why I am a Patreon of yours.
What, I was just about to say, what do you think videos populate my OnlyFans? It's none of her business. It's fine. Oh, man.
The gift. She takes very small poos.
What a day. What a day. Gamer Valine's like, so you're just going to cancel today's stream? And I'm like, hell no, I'm not canceling today's stream. I don't care if I'm out here talking about myself. We're going to do it. Turn Drunkle up because apparently he's quiet. That's fine. Everything's default shit. For fuck's sake. Okay, so, and is my neighbor out there working with power saws? And who the fuck uses a power saw and a pneumatic impact wrench at the same time?
I mean, who uses a power saw, Polly? I saw it with my hands, like a man.
No, I can understand the value in a circular saw or a jigsaw. I can get that.
Nope.
You'd cut in a particle board with to cut like a jigsaw. You'd do that by hand.
This is called a home gym, DIY.
A home gym. All right.
If you build things, they will come.
Oh yeah, of course the music's a bit loud. It's still set. Why aren't... Uncle?
Dude, don't blame me for this, man.
No, I don't understand. Okay, when you have the opening scene, the band is playing so loud. But then when you come to the interior, the band is told to play at a quieter volume. Now, did it reset to default so it's the same volume across the board no matter where it is? Apparently. So now the volume was as loud as our voice. Great.
The band is on the interior of the bar, though. That's the problem here. Like, as you get in, it's going to be louder because we're basically sat next to the band right now.
Okay, that may be true, but
Well, just ask them to
bring
it down to a dull roar.
I did, and what happened? Defaulted. For fuck's
Well, it's
sake.
just because they've recently got an album out, and they're like, they got ideas above their station. Do you know what I mean? Look, as I came in, come into the Discord and everything, go past the band. Hello, Pablo, how you doing? And he's shouting at one of the bar staff saying that he didn't want any blue M&Ms. Like, and then he threw a TV out the window.
People...
And no, I don't ever fucking stop talking. If you don't like the commentary, just go masturbate to the video by yourself instead of masturbating to my words. Okay? Fuck off.
You know what? That donation is the first one to pop up on the stream. Makes me feel good. YouTube taking down my videos left, right, and center. You know what? I never fucking stop talking, Susan, so you can just fuck off. Try and fuck with my shit. I'm surly and complainy. Carol Soldier asked if I was feeling surly today. You're damn right I'm feeling surly. Everything's gone wrong. And I'm still not shutting up. This is how I roll. Gamer Valine, thank you for the $8. I would like to respond to Steve Dave being a catty bitch. Yes, I am a gamer that showers. His mom loves the smell of my body wash. Oh, no.
Oh.
That's a weird come at me, bro angle, but it works.
Yeah. I mean, I'm insulted.
Right before the stream started, when I was running around trying to figure out what was going on and looking at all the various... This video's been taken down. This video's been taken down all through YouTube Studio. And it's like, what? And Festonia. Oh, glorious Festonia. Thank you for the big... There it is.
Hey, yo, invest in stonks, gamers.
All right, now just wait for my fucking time.
E to the dubs. It's Polydub.
Bitch, let me have it. I'm just savage.
Why do you keep screaming, bro?
Baby, it's a habit.
And I won't stop. Fucking Susan. Take down any of the videos you want. And, are there polywords in them? No. No, I looked. I listened. There's plenty of cutesy UwU. What's people's problem?
I don't. I have a problem with the cutesy UwU.
It's fresh baked, though.
I open up a bread maker. I don't expect that.
But that's what's so adorable about it.
It's not adorable, is it? Where's my fucking bread?
The bread isn't there. Instead, there's an UwU hug for you.
I don't want an UwU hut. I want a sandwich.
It's fine. Fustodia, thank you very much for the $25 getting in early with the no homo dono. Love ya. Love you too. Well, let me just go over here and we no longer.
No,
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that.
Yeah,
Come on, man. I'm the only one here. Don't
doesn't.
lime me,
Boom.
bro.
Limes.
God damn it.
Them's the rules. Them's the rules.
How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
And there it is.
Oh, for God's sake.
I was just waiting for it. You tell Steve Dave, thank you for the $1.99. A Godzilla death wish, huh? I'm writing that one down, Polly. I have a few barrels of gamma-14 plutonium in the backyard. Fix that ratio before I get Godzilla to burn down your Minecraft house, dipshits. I told you about Bar in Minecraft making the meat mansion, right?
The meat mansion,
Yeah. You should see what the house she's making in Zelda looks like.
You can make houses in Zelda?
Yeah. Yeah. I came online for like the first time since it's been like a week since I've been online. And except for the one interspersed moment there was Monday for your show. I broke the fast for you, Drunkle.
I appreciate it, man.
No, well, yeah. And
you were late. I mean, you were.
And
it's like, you was only there for like what? I don't know, three quarters of the show.
You hadn't even started the news yet.
That is 1/3. The news is 1/3 of the show.
Ostensibly, in reality, no.
You went there for the banter.
No, I heard the banter. I heard what you guys were talking about.
Oh, so you were listening to the show, but you went, I'll just leave it a bit.
All of chat is just listening to the show. Do you have a problem with them too?
They don't come on the show. They listen to the show.
They are equally as part of the show as any one of us.
They are not.
I beg to differ, sir. This is the best chat online, and they are integral to the show.
Yeah, the best chat online. There is a line between audience and performer.
Key element. You never been to one of them stage plays where the actors get down off the stage and start interacting with the audience?
Yes, I hate them.
You don't like that newfangled neo theater?
I don't like it when comedians start fucking taking the piss out of you. It's comedians in like small theaters that tend to do it as well. I was at a stag party. We started off with a comedian and then a stripper, as you do. And my mate just went, "Oh, I got to get up to have a piss," and I because the fucking comedian's going on. I went, "Don't," because he will fucking destroy you if you do. And he did. He did. My mate got up and the fucking comedian just went, "Oh, you going for a slash?" And he went, "Yeah." And he went, "All right, make sure it's your throat."
Right.
Like, oh, you fuck. Ooh.
You are the talent. We are the chat. Well.
Right? I'm glad. I didn't want to say it, but.
I mean, okay. I guess, okay. The second part's true. The first part, I don't know. We're the people on mics, if that's what you want to call it. But I don't know. Talent, that's a little far gone. And Drunkle's here, for God's sake.
Yeah. Oh, what's that feel like? Having a co-host.
You're just getting UwU bombed.
I am, aren't I? I'm not liking it.
All this trash you're talking about me showing up late. What are you talking about? It's not like you were on time. Drunkle, today, you hypocrite. See, I didn't call you out for it.
Why would I show up to your stream on time when you don't show up to mine on time? We've got perpetuating lateness between the two of us now.
Drunkle, petty vengeance is a way of life. Like, what the hell?
I mean, Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny it. I'm good at it.
You tell him, Steve.
Do you know,
Dave, hold on real quick.
sorry.
So just run through these. I got a feeling Steve Dave's, stabbing Gamer Valine here, but we're going to find out. You tell him, Steve Dave, thank you for the 350. Well, I guess this is...
Oh, for Christ.
Yes!
Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
If only he turned around and saw the bright, sharp, yellow tooth smile awaiting him.
say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Okay.
All right, let me go. Well, you tell him, Steve Dave. Thank you for the 350. Well, I guess this is an interesting way to write Valine's opening insults to the, how do you write women? That's cold. That's Valine's main go-to donation, to use it against you like that. That's cold, bro. Donkey Punch Bandit, thank you for the $1. Who wants to hear something concerning? Military police are being offered Tier 4 retention and recruitment bonuses, and they're still overstaffed. This will be followed by another dono to elaborate. Donkey Punch Bandit, thank you for the $1. It's worrying, this, military police being offered the Tier 4 retention. It's worrying because I was just overhearing a battalion meeting a couple of weeks ago, and they were talking about preparing for domestic peacekeeping operations. Something's coming. That is interesting to be offered retention bonuses to stick around and sign on.
How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
Something's coming. Yeah, well,
Pride Month.
yeah. It's not so much the gays, it's the trans.
Well, no, because I saw there was a tweet from people have been fucking going out of their tiny little minds on Reddit because Matt Walsh said a lot of conservatives are dreading June because that's Pride Month starts, and not just that, but the end of Pride Month, then we have Pride Week in the UK. So just look, you have a month, I have a month and a week, guys. All right, so just fucking toss a coin to your drunkle. And he says, but don't worry, I've got something big planned. And the amount of people are going, oh my God, he is threatening terrorism. Like really, really working themselves up into a tiz, Polly. Whereas if you think about it, like last year, it was the 1st of June when he released his What is a Woman movie.
Yeah.
He's saying is, I'm going to release a new movie.
Yeah. So you got Matt Walsh, and he said,
arrest.
"It's like, so what does Matt Walsh do?" Okay, he's created video content, be it in the form of movies or videos or his show, the Matt Walsh Show, right? And then did go present at a couple of conferences and speaking events, and then once before Congress. So he's going to say something?
That's all.
You know what I mean?
Like, end of the day, isn't it? But they're all sat there going, "Oh my God, he is planning fucking domestic terrorism. Arrest this man now. Fucking tag the FBI in this and everything." It's like these people want to be oppressed so bad that they're making shit up.
Do you think?
Utterly
Do you think?
unbelievable.
I'm just thinking it over. Like it doesn't take. It didn't take much, did it?
Well, it's just because they don't like this guy. If
It's
anyone
by
else would have said that, like, from
no
their side
stretch
the
of
lobby,
anyone's imagination are trans people violent by nature. You know what I mean? Like where that just sounds odd. Trans people, they're just a violent bunch. Why would trans people be violent? But
people are violent by nature. So what, you saying trans people aren't people?
No, I'm saying
that's transphobic.
Yeah, I guess, but that's more like what you get the school shooting and the whatnots, and then the threats of violence online. When were gay, bi, non-binary people doing that? Why is it trans people doing that? And it's not all trans people. Clearly, it's why are the wing nuts associating with that particular gender expression? Why that?
But then they'll do all of that and then turn around and go, "We just want to exist." It's like, well, Thing is, you don't just want to exist, do you? You want other people to stop existing because you've turned it around to say fucking words of violence. Now, why do you say words of violence? Because that way you can fucking preempt it, and then when you attack someone because they misgendered you, you can say it was self-defense.
I think about the trans people we have in our chat, trans people I know, Eve, Platy, whatnot. You know what I mean? And I think about the people that do things in the name of trans and the trans community. And it's like, I don't think you are doing these things in the name of the trans community. You need to stop helping.
Well, the problem is getting tarred by the same brush with everyone, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
I mean, I do follow a lot of more conservative subreddits as well. And when I've commented in there that, that I go, actually I am a liberal, I'll automatically just fucking lose fucking points, comment points on that because they go, oh, this guy's a fucking liberal. So, like, it does happen on both sides of the lobby, unfortunately. Like, but the thing is, you can't sit there and say, like, everyone is the same because of their political ideology.
Yeah. Well, no, you get, oh, there's Platy in chat. I'll fight you.
Rough. Come on, man. Think of your community. Drunkle donated $5. Did I?
Yeah.
Said, no worries on the limes, Drunkle. I'm working up some nasty Meg Ryan skanky hot fake orgasm talk for Monday with your female dono reader, worthy of oranges. So even though it said Drunkle, I'm guessing that was for Stonia right there. Thank you, dude, for the $5.
JK, I remember when all they wanted to do was get married. What a charming time that was. I think it's still that time. It's just the Dylan Mulvaney's and the school, whatnot. It's the notoriety more than anything. News entertainers and media promotion people. This is the new hot thing. That's what's going on.
It's wanting. I mean, the and it is an ideology, but this whole ideology was obviously not, the like Platty in the chat and everything. Well, I'm not tarring you with that brush as well, but what, the cross section of the people that you see online are desperate for that oppression to come back. But you can't fucking have the backing of corporations and media and still say you're oppressed.
No. Well, okay, you know what? Not and have a conversation with somebody and not have them throw it in your face. Who knows better? It's like you're not a rebel when all of the news entertainers and the entirety of news media and all of Hollywood are backing you up. You are the mainstream by definition, as big as it gets.
Yeah.
Corporate promotion in every sense of the word. But can you, if there's no one in the room to point that out, can you act like you're still the oppressed? Yeah.
Well,
they do successfully.
They do, yeah. But I mean, that's also it's not like the people. I think the majority of people who are saying like, "Oh, I stand with trans people," are doing it because through fear of what happens if they don't. You can't just say, "Oh, all we wanted to do was get married. All we want to do is exist." No, you can't because you're enforcing fucking pronoun use. You're saying words are violence. You're really fucking running with the idea of hate crimes. Like, you can't say, all we want to do is exist. No, you want to lock away anyone who disagrees with you. To the gulag.
Yeah. Here's a bold statement. You ready for this one, Drunkle?
Hang on.
Were you taking a slug of your beer? Let me brace myself for this.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. I think...
I didn't take a slug of it. I just kind of looked to the left for a moment and went, oh, okay, right, now I'm ready. Right.
For the vast majority of trans people, I think that I could be a better representative of that community than, go ahead, name the person, Dylan Mulvaney. Because it's like, what do you think trans people want then, Mr. Rudiger Dubbenstein? I'll tell you what they want. To be treated like the gender that they are expressing. That's what they want. Most trans people don't want to see transitioned people beneath the age of majority. Yeah, try and catch that, YouTube bots, you fucks.
Don't call the bots fucks. They'll catch that.
They know when you're talking shit about a man.
It's as Sinatra says every time, like, the people that you hear from and argue with online are not the real people.
No, they're not.
That's a very, very small minority of people.
Do you know how you argue on behalf of trans people effectively? That's how I think I could be a better representative of the majority of them. Assume they're people. Go from there. And I'm not trying to make any... It's not actually that bold of an argument. It's a really mundane one, actually. It's like, the wingnuts you hear arguing online? and getting cameras put in their face to say outrageous things that are going to get clicks on them. Yeah, not that. That's not a good representative of the majority of whatever community. They're the outliers. Would you go talk?
What I find most offensive here, Polly, is that you apparently are representing trans people when there is a trans person on the stream with you.
That's right.
You know, why can't drunken auntie? Why can't Millie Duchess be asked these questions? Why are they going straight for the surly Otter? I'll tell you why. Because they want you to say something wrong.
Well, TC asked a good question. How do you express a gender? Yeah, you know what? I'm not even sure if that's the correct current.
Fashion.
But
It's fashion. It's what you wear.
oh, I thought you said passion. You express it with passion. You got to.
yeah, I've got the gender
role.
passion. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just do a fucking salsa dance wherever I go.
I'm not even sure if that's the correct language, TC. That particular set, it's like that might be the language only used by people that are two-spirit or demisexual or demigendered or whatever.
Nah.
It's like trans people don't actually. The only people who language police into ever smaller categories where they fetishize these micro categories that only they are in. Yeah, those are the weirdos. Those are the Tumblrites. I don't think your average trans person, you're getting a conversation with them, you start going, I don't know if that's the correct language to use. They'd wave you off and they'd be like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm a woman. That's all that means. Okay. All right.
We need more gender passion.
I think most people out there have a lot more chill than you know.
Oh yeah, certainly they do. Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I'm
except for
saying?
me, because I'm mincing down the road like I am transgender. I got the passion, you know.
Yeah. Did you just hard strike a guitar?
I did.
Nice.
They call me the kid, the transgender kid.
The fuck is that, Polly? I don't know. I just spieled off things from the transgender kid. Is that what you just said? That just registered.
I mean, every time anyone says transgender kid now, it's going to be followed with.
That's pretty good. All right, let me run through these real quick. You tell Steve Dave, thank you for the $1 and the fresh baked uwu that Drunkle hopes to find in his bread maker.
No, I don't have a bread. Do you think I'm middle class? The kind of person who has a bread maker and
I
an
have
ice
a bread
cream
pan,
machine?
sir.
I have a freezer, and I don't even have bread.
That I bought at the Tesco's.
Yeah, what? They call me the Tesco kid.
Okay, Steve Dave. Then I suppose this $1 that was going to go to Drunkle goes to Polly since he thinks we're part of the show. Oh, and look at that. Read this donation on the show. Okay, yeah, I did read the donation on the show. Are you dodging Steve Dave's donations?
No, I've not got one.
Oh, okay. Gamer Valine, thank you for the 825, and that one deserves to be replayed. Let's just enjoy it.
This is impossible. Don't do that.
I'll never get sick of it. Don't lecture people about being late, Drunkle. Drunkle. You're consistently late by living in what is apparently the most lively city in the UK. Yeah.
It has got a reputation as being quite boisterous, certainly, which I find offensive because I'm a transgender kid.
Failed RoboCop number 21. Nice. 350. Do you remember failed RoboCops and RoboCop 2? The failed models?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yet another reason. Oh, look at, hold on, let me just read it. Polly, being the comic and Frank Miller scribe you are, is Miller's comic series, RoboCop, absolute garbage or worth reading to see how it compares to RoboCop 2? Good question. You know, Drunkle, Frank Miller did write RoboCop 2.
Did he really?
Yeah, and he's in it.
Actually, thinking about it, that makes sense, because it was actually a very, very dark movie.
Yeah. The drug lord gets his brain pulled out of his body and put in a RoboCop, mega mech that goes after the original RoboCop, and he's controlled through drugs his brain is still addicted to, even though his body's gone. Yeah, pretty fucking Frank Miller-esque.
Right. Not just that, Red Foreman is one of the best villains ever. Ooh,
That was
guns,
RoboCop
guns,
1.
guns, guns. Oh, you're on about RoboCop 2? Because, I mean, you say RoboCop 1, and all I hear is the tune. Dun, 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 dun.
Hell yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
And them driving out from the underground
epic.
parking garage and sparks.
Sparks. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Everyone knows that shit. Good question. Failed RoboCop, number 21. Frank Miller was disappointed. One of the reasons he stopped writing scripts for a good long time for Hollywood movies, he thought, like a lot of people, Bret Easton Ellis among others, he's going to go out to Hollywood and, well, I'm a book writer. I'm a comic book writer. I can go to Hollywood and write scripts. And then they found out, yeah, no. They take what you've written and then change it so much that it's like unrecognizable compared to your original work. And then you ask for your name to be taken off of it. Frank Miller did ask for his name to be taken off of it, and they were like, no. He's like, well, you can still be in the movie, though, if you want, Frank. And he's like, okay. You know what part they gave him? The chemist at the nuke drug lab. Remember the trailer where they go in and they're tweaking the recipe for the in-game drug, nuke? The guy doing the chemical alterations. That was in the lab coat. No?
I mean, the
was
first
Frank Miller.
movie I remember quite vividly, but no, the others. I mean, there was a RoboCop series for a while.
Yeah, but how shitty would that be?
It was shitty.
So to answer your question, though, the series is absolutely worth reading. It's very much different from the others. And if you thought the movie got dark and weird, the comic book series by Frank Miller gets even weirder. So it's worth reading to see Frank Miller's original vision of RoboCop 2, which goes to strange places and RoboCop finding lovers. I don't know what happens there because he's just a brain and a few organs, but...
Yeah, he sticks them with that big needle.
Oh, yeah. The data needle.
Yeah. And the fucking eats baby food off their tits.
Yeah, that brings a whole new meaning to fisting. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Oh, do you want me to... that's just going to be the pun guitar from now on.
Owen's Hammer for the 575. Drunkle, there is a difference. Oh, Drunkle, there is a difference between a leftist and a liberal. Damn right. Absolutely there is.
Yeah, but then there's a difference between a liberal, classic liberal, there's also a difference between, fucking extremists and everyone else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd refer to myself as a classic liberal, Polly.
Yeah.
Which is why I only listen to classic guitar.
Yep. No. That's Latino, or what would it be called?
So now you're saying that the Mexicans don't have classical music?
No, that would be-
Racist.
Mexicans are Latino. Well, they're Chicana or Latino.
No, they're Latinx.
Right. Yeah, there's a good example of what I'm talking about. I could be a better representative of the Latino people than Gabby Rivera, for example, since we were just talking about comic books. Oh, the person who self-identifies as Latinx? Right. You represent mainstream Latino culture. Sure you do.
So how are you, Polly?
I'm doing all right. On Monday,
I do.
You referred to Sinatra and myself as conservatives. And I was just about to, when you open your mouth to say something into the mic and then it's already moved on. And I'm like, nah, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Well, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. But you're still going to say something now, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's it was a wide stroke with a broad brush.
I never fucking stopped talking, Drunkle.
It wasn't the crux of the situation.
It wasn't at all.
There
But
was other things to talk about.
I'm fine to take it because economic conservative, yeah, sure. So it fits in certain situations. It wasn't anything to cause a beef over. We raise a point and just the idea.
But you're still gonna.
Is there? Just hold on. Is there a difference between a leftist and liberal? Hell yeah. In the same way, there's a difference between a conservative and a libertarian, even though they get grouped in together a lot, weirdly. Libertarians are conservatives who like to smoke weed. I heard that one once.
Okay, and what are you? Just so I can get your fucking pronouns right in the future. Which one are you?
Man.
Go on.
No, that's just nothing. I'm a classical liberal too. Who doesn't like liberality, individual freedoms? I mean, it's part and parcel of being a constitutionalist in America to be into individual liberty.
Yeah, but I'm not in America, so I can't really be a constitutionalist.
Where do you think we got the idea of individual liberty from? Drunkle? Own it.
It wasn't from here. Seen the state of this place?
It wasn't from
Fucking
here,
hell.
but it was.
Mr. Holmes.
In the late 1700s, it was. What other model were we going with? Dutchland? Well,
Could go with Dutchland, yeah.
kind of actually. Actually, we got a story about
You
Dutchland
sort of did,
today.
actually, yeah. I mean, it was the English, the Dutch.
Yeah.
I think a bit of French went over there as well. I mean, hey, you live in a multicultural country, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So here's how I'm doing.
there's- Right, yeah.
And well, how I'm doing is strangely not well. It's been
So strangely, right?
yeah. It's been an odd week. Very odd. Last time I was online was okay, good. For those of you wondering where Sinatra's at, he's doing the bureaucracy thing and getting caught up with scheduling, and I certainly understand that, and was able to pull away sooner than any of us thought he might be able to. So he managed to work the system pretty well, and he is en route. So that's good. I haven't been online for a solid week. I think that this unintentionally has been the longest week where I've spent this much time offline. And I don't know about this whole IRL thing, man.
Nah. Graphics are terrible.
Well, it's funny you cracked that joke. I said that to Sam last night when I was putting together this stream for today. I said, I don't know about this whole IRL world, man. It's pretty touch and go. And he says, right, the graphics are great, but I can't stand the local chat. Plus, apparently all the mute functions are just illegal.
Yeah.
I like Sam for the win.
Economy's fucked as well, isn't it?
And
It's constant fucking pay to win,
And they got all these words for cheat codes. Fraud, theft, racketeering. Fuck. The hell, man?
I'm just walking around shouting out Rosebud, but I'm not getting any money. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Speaking of which, all I'm hearing about is the Zeldas, right? Crying Kangs.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a bunch of cheat codes. Or, well, excuse me, not cheat codes. There's a bunch of cheats you can pull because of glitches in the game. Far just managed to pull off when I was talking to her. She started shouting the woo-woos and the yay-yays. I'm like, what? What's going on? She's like, I just did it. Infinite money. I'm like, infinite money? You have infinite in-game currency? There's a fucking glitch that's that bad? And she's like, yep, and I'm buying everything. Because they can patch the fucking glitch, but they can't take away what I already bought. Oh.
Yeah, but you've taken your own fun away, though,
I guess. You don't ever try and exploit glitches in games?
Not really, no. Sometimes, there's some fun things that you want to see, but no, if it's like, you can get infinite money this way, then no, generally I don't. Because, fucking, as my parents told me, struggling is part of the fun. But then, I was a victim of rape quite a lot.
I'm not even inquiring after that. What? No. No. You have dirtied the guitar strum, sir.
Well, I mean, it's an old guitar.
Clearly, it's a little out of tune. I'm not sure what chord you're trying to play there. Fucking A minor.
Says glitches are features. Yeah, fair enough. But then there's also like, if the big part of the game is like fucking getting your cash, like you got to go and fucking do the job so you can get the cash, so you can get the better gun, so you can do the bigger job, so you can get more cash, so you can get an even better gun. Then why you just skip into the end? If you've just paid fucking $60-$70 for a game, fucking play the game. I mean, Molly O'Carry's right. If you don't like them, don't use them. Yeah, right on. Yeah, I'm with you.
There you go. And truth be told, a lot of the glitches that Far was doing last night, she got like the infinite money, but then also stuff like just riding on her shield. And I'm like, what's that do? Well, you get to get on your shield and slide and ride on it. That's it.
See, that's cool.
Well, wait a minute. See, some of the glitches are just fun free-for-alls. So it's fine.
I'm down with that. Daryl O'Dell says Drunkle's too busy killing his own characters that he's named after chat people. No. They're not. They are people who have paid to be named after themselves in the game. This is in XCOM, Polly, where if someone subscribes on Twitch to my channel, then I will put them in the game. They will be one of the soldiers, and it's actually been very, very sad because a lot of them have died.
Well, as a newcomer to the whole thing, I like Molly's standard here. Glitches and hacking is okay as long as it's a single-player game. Seems right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, but also like you're robbing yourself of the fun. You know, like if you got a game about, where you got to fucking level up your character and everything, like I mean, with most of these games, the grind is the reason for playing. You got to go and do this dungeon so you can get this XP, so then you can get a new ability. If you could just start the game with all the abilities, then what's the point in playing it at all? You've already completed it.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I get the idea because somebody once said that's like cheating at solitaire. And I know how to play like 5, 6 different kinds of solitaire, right? I'm like, wait, that's a good point. I do not understand people that cheat at solitaire. You're just ruining the game for yourself, and there is no point.
Yeah. I often thought about the games that we do on the AAA.
I'm totally opposed every time Sinatra cheats.
Yes, and don't get me wrong. There was a long time ago, back in the GPP times, when I think Sinatra would come up with a game where he says the quote from a film, and you got to say the name of the film, and you could quite. And I was sat there going like, I could actually just fucking type that quote into Google, and it would come up.
Yeah.
But why would I do that? Like, what am I gaining from this?
Nothing bugs me more than any kind of game that I'm playing on iStream, like here, Noir Bar, whatever, is when you can hear keys mashing. Oh, you fucker, stop. Let it just, at a minimum, turn on your fucking crispy sound deadening so I don't hear you fucking clicking away. That's the rough part. I'm gonna have to ask Far Chat, because while she was talking, she was in the thinking out loud mode, just talking about what she's doing. Like, well, that's stupid. Well, hold on. Let me do that. Because she's playing the Zeldas and it's the new one. So she's super excited and has a new Switch to go along with it. So she's in major new gleamy thing mode, which I totally get. When you get a new toy, fuck yeah, it's on. So she's super excited, talking fast. When she was talking about the shield riding, I was assuming that she was talking about a glitch, or maybe it's just something you can do with the shield riding. I'll clarify.
Oren Doomhammer says, Drunko, look at it this way. I spent $60 on the game. I would like to think I'd like to play how I choose. With that said, I rarely use glitches. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying I don't get it. Personally, I don't understand. You bought a game, you're there. I mean, the part of the fun is the challenge of it, Like, obviously, you're allowed to fucking go and do that. But like The Sims, you got a Rosebud, you could just have as much money as you fucking want. But that kind of defeats the point. It doesn't. And check this out as well, right? When you do use cheats, the game is not anywhere near as fun. You're rocking around on fucking Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and you're invincible. It's not anywhere near as fun.
Darth Mando's kind of got a point. Cheats help bypass the annoying grinding and just focus on the story. If you're into it for the story, to me, tell me okay, Drunkle, you play a lot of different games and had opportunities to exploit glitches. Wouldn't the glitches be a better thing to do once you've played the game through and now you're going back to collect every little thing and go on every little quest and do okay, now you want to skip certain things, now you're willing to fuck around? Second time through is when glitches are where it's at?
I'd say exactly the same thing with mods as well. Whenever I stream a game, it'll always be the vanilla one. I mean, we could talk about mods once we've completed it on vanilla, which it doesn't happen very often because I'm quite autistic when it comes to games and I get bored quite easily. But you do it vanilla first, as it was meant to be played, and then go fucking exploring all this shit. But as I'd like to just specify, that is just me. You play your games how you want. You bought them, you own them. I'm not judging anyone. I'm just saying that's not what I would do.
Fake Gamer
Cat
says...
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. You started.
Slither says, what about driving in San Andreas with moon gravity? Now, that's different.
That's just good, clean fun.
I mean, it genuinely was.
I've seen it. Good times. Yeah, I get it. We have Fake Gamer Cat saying, how do you cheat at Solitaire? And then Frankie right after it. People cheat at Solitaire. Yeah, they do. If you're playing like classic Klondike Solitaire, where you've got the cards at the top, you starting with your aces and then you're going up, piling them. It gets locked up because you have some cards that are hidden under some of your columns, and that 9 that you need is just under there. It's just pulling the top card out from underneath there and turning it over. It's like, you can't do that until you clear all the cards on top of it. Not if you cheat, which is just the big gay. Why?
But then, look, what do you get from cheating at solitaire, and what do you get from not cheating at solitaire? You know, it's just do your thing. Do your thing. I'm just talking from a personal point of view here. Just do your thing. Just for me, it takes the enjoyment out of it. You're going to ask how I am, by the way, you bitch.
How are you?
Your mum's got hepatitis.
Have
you
you
waiting
been
for the
bringing her
guitar?
food from the prawn family?
No. Like, and injecting her with it, with a needle I found in the street.
That's not the
No,
only place
it's-
that hepatitis can come from. People contract hepatitis from really poorly maintained kitchens, disgustingly enough, but it's true.
I know it was. She's had to have various tests on her liver and everything throughout the years because the numbers were, numbers that should be low were high and numbers that should be high were low. And she just by chance just looked up this one thing, and she went, "Oh my God, this actually could be it." It turns out when she was very very young, her and some of her friends from school did the Blood Brothers thing where they cut their finger and press the cuts up against each other. And she got hepatitis C from that and has since had 3 children. So I have now got to go and get tested for hepatitis C.
My God, that's a fucking hell of a yarn you just spun, man.
I was waiting for you to ask how I was.
You didn't need to wait to... Okay,
I didn't wait. I had to prompt you.
there's 2 options here.
Yeah.
Something as serious as that is not something you needed to wait for. You can just say, "So, big news, come around." Like, how you doing's like how to mates down at the pub level. Not,
Yeah.
I might have hepatitis. I might have...
Yeah. I mean, I noticed that you said it's actually very important and why did you wait for it? But you're still only talking about the way I brought it up and not my potential hepatitis C.
Or the other part, which relates to what you just said, TMI, what the fuck? We're sitting in a gentleman's waiting room. Sure, you're a pile of limes, but we're still in a gentleman's sitting room with cigars and whatnot. You don't lean over to your gentlemanly friend and say, "By the way, I'm going in for hepatitis C."
Well, it also, right, what with me being limes, I mean, with limes, you really don't want to get that in a cut. Now that's doubly dangerous with me, right?
It's not going to sanitize your wound from hep C.
No, but I'm saying, if don't get this lime juice in any wounds, because it's going to sting and it'll fuck you up. It's actually it's all right. Modern medicine being what it is, it's a 12-week course of medication. They basically isolate the virus and just wait for it to fucking, stop it from multiplying and then just wait for it to eventually die off. Which is, I mean, if it was 10 years ago, you'd get the kind of medication which really fucks you up. But with this shit, all you get now is a mild headache. However, it's a 12-week course. And look, I've got to go get tested. I've got 2 older sisters. One of them has had blood tests for when she took a job in a hospital. No, absolutely fine. One of them had many blood tests from when she was pregnant. No, absolutely fine. So it's a slim chance that I do have it. And if I do, then I just got to go on this course of pills, which costs £36,000.
Because it's not covered by NHS?
No, it would normally be £36,000, but it is covered by the NHS, so we're looking at about £17.50. And I said to my mum, I never want to hear you bitching about the NHS again now.
Well, do the thing that every newly landed person to the UK does. Get your ass down to a clinic and take full fucking advantage of the taxpayer.
I just got to go for a fucking simple blood test as well. But then I forgot, I was chatting to a friend of mine at the pub, Old Man Martin. And he's old, so he's got to go in for a colonoscopy pretty soon. And he goes, every time I go in, they go, like, "Oh, do you smoke?" And he goes, "No." And I go, "Do you drink?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "How much?" And I'm like, "Oh, fuck. If I do that, the doctor's going to go, right, how much do you drink?" And I'm going to tell him, and I'm going to be waiting there for a high five, which never gets given, Because hepatitis, it fucks up your liver. But then if you're like, "Oh, have you ever noticed that, have you ever had any pain in your liver?" I'd be like, look, if I was born with this shit, then I wouldn't know, would I?
You need your liver. It's kind of a crucial, essential organ, Drunkle. It does things, especially for you as a drinker.
And I do things to it, yeah. But what I'm saying, What I'm saying is, if like they go like, oh, have you ever noticed any discomfort in your liver? I'm going, well, if I was born with this shit, then I wouldn't know what that discomfort would feel like, would I? That would just feel normal to me. You know what I mean?
I guess I do.
I just want to say, listening to you two bicker about who's late more is fucking hilarious.
No, I wasn't bitching. I just fucking owned it. I could just couldn't
Oh, no,
believe he
you
had
two
the
were bickering like
audacity. Oh no,
old ladies.
no, he had.
After he shows up an hour late, mind.
I was rising to the
The
audacity
one
thrown in my
time in
face.
3 years I'm late.
Yeah, but nobody complained about you being late. See,
Because
it's called
I'm
handling
never
it
late.
with grace, gentlemen.
Because I'm never late. You two are literally late to every single show.
I was on time. No, that couldn't possibly be true because I was on time today. You know who was it? Both of y'all's. Yeah.
Well, actually, in Polly's defense, he's not always late because sometimes he just doesn't fucking show up.
Hey, you've done that a couple of times.
Fuck
if I
I've done
yeah.
that
remember
a couple of
correctly.
times as
Oh,
well. Yeah,
man.
I was talking about Polly.
If
I was-
only we could harness Trunkle's hypocrisy, we would solve the energy problem.
Hey,
this very
I might
day.
have hepatitis, man. Cut me some fucking slack here, or I'll bleed on you.
Absolutely not.
Bookworm was asking where Sinatra was. He was caught up in scheduling and bureaucracy and was able to get out of it faster than I assumed he would have been able to. So well done,
I
sir.
fucking got the doctor appointment all taken care of. The 30-minute trip home took over an hour because just every shit and fucking exit on the highway was jammed up for a mile.
Okay, I was trying to remember a joke and I couldn't remember how the line went. Shit. Don't you hate when that happens? No, that's
Fucking
not right.
man, and I some shit happened today, and I'm not going to talk about it yet because I don't know the outcome of it, but just the
Some shit.
possibility of a certain outcome, I am not in a good mood.
Well, wait.
Oh boy,
I thought you were listening
my
to I was talking. Let me wait till we get offline. I tell you about the shit I've been dealing with the fucking content strikes and the fucking community guideline strikes and the claims and the whatnots. Yeah, it's not good.
if you had strikes, you wouldn't be able to stream. You can only get one of them before your shit gets fucked.
We'll talk about it when we're off. No, I have a strike.
But dude, fuck, it's just the people. I don't get road ragey all the time. I'm sitting in my car beating on the steering wheel, going, "Fucking move."
Chat, and Feline's probably heard it. Anyone who's ever talked to Sinatra when he's, driving? Yeah, you do, man. You're not.
To the window, to the wall, until the sweat drops down my balls, until all you bitches crawl. Oh, skeet, goddamn.
I do like that one.
I like that one.
Yes, they're both late. They're both late than you are all the time, and we're late to the start of the news almost every show. Besides of honker honking and the waffle baking.
This is impossible. Don't do that.
Play the thing on Polly's show, my new favorite donos, and excellent work. Well, I didn't make it, but thank you.
Now, who was that from? It's good for them to read out their name, isn't it?
Steve Dave, I said that.
You did not.
You weren't here.
I was here.
You were muted.
I had headphones on.
Still not here.
I was here. No, I was here. I listen to the window, to the wall.
But thank you, Steve Dave. Yeah. I do like that one.
In Sinatra's defense, once again, he only really gets road ragey
When
he's
driving.
driving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this was exceptional road rage.
Yeah, it's like, I never get angry. No, it's just he's mid-sentence and it's like, yeah, so if you want to promote a given video, fucking son of a bitch, get out of my fucking way. So yeah, you just like
Right.
and he's right back on it without skipping a beat. That's why I don't think he remembers too well. He just goes off into rage zone and then right back into it. So no, you're not the calmest guy
never-
behind the wheel.
I never beat my wife. It's just when she doesn't dry off the can opener properly.
You know, I never stopped to think about it. You drive a big old
God,
truck
fucking
too.
rust.
I feel bad for
Dude, people are
pedestrians in your
audacious.
area.
People are fucking audacious. Like I was trying to make a right-hand turn, okay?
Uh-huh.
It's a red light, trying to make a right-hand turn. So I'm waiting, checking, looking, waiting, checking, looking. And I of course check the sidewalk because I live in the city and there's a lot of pedestrians. And I check the cross wave thing, you know, the go, stop, don't walk, walk thing.
Uh-huh.
And it says
Ollie,
What?
what?
he doesn't know the name of the crosswalk. He's just, you know, the crossy thingy. Wait here.
Yeah,
the
but
walkie
light,
lines.
I don't know the
Yeah, I get. Yeah, it's.
I don't know the name of the light. I'm looking at the crosswalk light, and it says "Don't walk." So I start creeping around the corner, and some dickhead cyclists just fly past me on the passenger side. I'm on the curb. They fly past me on the side, right through the "Don't walk," right through the red light, and I just lay on the horn. I'm fuck these guys. I just lay on the horn, and they turn around and flip me off like I'm the asshole. Like, no, stupid. You're in the street. You're supposed to be abiding by the rules of the road. Get out of the fucking turning lane, get in the regular lane, and don't run red lights.
It seems reasonable to me.
Yeah.
I despise cyclists.
So do I, man. And I used to be one. Now I'm just trans.
And that relates.
Transportation? Come on.
Wow. And for Stone, you said, well, I apologize. Drunkle's the one. I'm the one who made Drunkle limes. It's true. And even before the stream started, you were put in for the limeage. But if anybody wants to upgrade Drunkle to the Bergamot, well, we all know how that happens. $25 Goku banger below. Let's see.
And Zach said, I watched a guy on a motorcycle pass a line of cars in the turning lane the other day doing 65 and a 40. People are reckless. And you know what? Motorcyclists is another fucking group of people that just drives me up a wall, because when they get on the road, their safety is everybody else's responsibility. Especially the pocket rocket, crotch rocket motherfuckers.
I was just about to say, haven't you noticed that's the case with the crotch rocket guys instead of like the old school, you know, Indian motorcycle, Harley, whatever the fuck? I think those guys are just out riding and for a tour, whatever, enjoying their fucking motorcycle, man. It's the crotch rocket fuckers that are vroom, 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 acting like they're in a fucking action movie trying to escape John Wick, trying to kill them. You know,
I almost fucking, and you're right, I do drive a big truck, but, you know, I turn lanes. I can't see what's behind the hill behind me. So I'm turning lanes, and one of those crotch rocket motherfuckers comes flying around. This was like last year or something. It comes flying around me, and when I'm in the zoom lane, I do zoom speed. So I'm going 90 something miles an hour. This motherfucker flew past me. If I had been quicker in my lane change, he would have hit my bed and gone flying.
You know, I remember a guy who was taking the fucking motorcycle, whatever, for his license and whatnot, and he's doing the training that's like next level because it's a reduction in insurance if you've taken the defensive motorcycle driving course or whatever. So that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he's talking to me about it. And he's like, the instructor made a really good point. When you're going well over 110, 120, every other car on the road will seem like it's dead still. So if you haven't practiced driving on a strip where there are a bunch of obstructions that are just come to a stop, you're not ready to drive 110, 120 or past that, because everybody driving the speed limit's going to seem like they're just still to you. And he goes, so I really got to practice that.
Gamers.
All right, now just wait for my fucking time.
E to the dubs. It's
probably
popping
done.
up.
Bitch, let me have it. I'm that savage.
Why do you keep screaming, bro?
Baby, this a habit.
Guess who's got the bergamot coming in?
Don't, but
He's Drunkle. He's Lumpy Limes. Woohoo! Really
I hope
quick.
I do have
Estonia, thank you for the $25. Say no more, Polly. Time for Drunkle to get the upgrade from the limes. That's right. You're classy Lumpy Limes now, bro. It's a good thing. Cult of Krill, thank you for the $8.25. Polly and Drunkle arguing about being late is like the Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other. Oh,
It's great.
you know, You know those times when somebody fucking burns you with something and you're like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I'm just
You know
saying,
what?
if I had $1 for every time I started a Friday show going, welcome to the AAA. I am your host, Sinatra Says, and I am starting as usual on my own. Chat could have a collective comma between them.
Well, you know what? I was about to do that today, and I pulled up stuff that I can show you guys where it's like, you know what? This is what I'm going to talk about with chat until anybody decides to show up. And if not, we're going right into the fucking news, and I'm going to do it alone because I knew you were going to be late and possibly not here today because who knows what was happening at your doctor's office. Like you told us on Monday, right?
Well,
And-
the appointment was at 4. We didn't get in the back till 4:45. Someone didn't come in the room till 5:20.
There you go. See, and like I said on Monday, yo, man, if you don't show up, I'll understand. I've been to doctor's offices where the appointment's at noon sharp and you don't get back into the little room in the back until 12:45, 1 o'clock. Yeah, all the time.
And you know what? If you're fucking late to that, like this happened to my kid because she needs to get braces soon. You're fucking late to that. You're 5 minutes late. They go, okay, we have to cancel.
Yeah. You know, the only doctor I know I can get away with that with is my dentist. Well, they're not really doctors, but
Not
you
a
know,
doctor, is it?
yeah. Yeah, if I call in and I'm like, I'm running about 15 minutes late, they're like, okay. I don't know why they're so willy-nilly about it.
Yeah,
They need to work.
I am impressively aggravated today. Oh, right. I see Loon in the chat. I gotta do the thing. Okay, I'll do it.
Alamo, thank you for the $1.99. Chat, the math does not add up. That ratio is pathetic. Smash that like button. It might be the only free thing we have left in this world, fuckers. Yeah, we're going to be talking about federal default here in a bit. So, yay. Everyone can look forward to that. Speaking of schnews, who'd like to get into some?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Oh, hey, Nurse Khaleesi, how you doing? Your appointment is just to secure a spot, not when you'll actually be seen. I mean, that's fine. I just don't understand why they reschedule when the spot securitization is failed when they failed to secure the spot so excellently. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it's to secure my fucking waste of time, not theirs. Oh, man. I'm in such a bad fucking mood.
Yeah, there's a reason that you end up doing 14-hour sessions when you're doing EMT practicums. Because it's like you need to do this amount of work. But if you're stuck with one patient because you can't leave them, and so if you got to take them to the ER, well, all of that time is running off. The clock is stopped. It's not running off of your clock for practicum hours because you're just with one patient individually. I remember when my the training paramedic. It's my favorite training story ever.
What you getting at with the book script? Spit that shit out, man!
Well, I was trying to. Creepy-eyed Osiris. Shit.
When we get into the default shit, remind me to tell you what I saw on the fucking TV at the gym today. Oh man, I think this was the start of my annoying day.
You tell Steve Dave. Thank you for the 450. Q Polly, shut up donation. Did I catch one? Yeah, you caught me, man. Right when I was in the middle of a story. Well, you're right. Let me tell you something. When you're doing that, when you're an EMT, you know we get called for good third of the time? Old folks. General weakness, dizziness. Old people. Like not like, 60, 70. I'm talking like 80s and 90s. They didn't fall over. They didn't receive a cut, blow to the head, nothing like that. It's just they feel kind of weak or whatever. So you're there and you check their vitals and you give them oxygen. You stand there and you ask them how they're doing and you continue to check their vitals over a period of time. And as we're doing it, the old man is just like, well, I don't know. I just felt weak. And the training paramedic said, maybe it's because you're fucking 90.
Right?
He actually said that right in front of the guy. And I was like...
Even the Mona Lisa's falling apart. I mean, at that age, Polly, you don't fall over. You have a fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, falling becomes an inconvenience to an emergency room visit. As I can personally attest.
I think if you want health insurance as somebody who's past, 70? If you don't have some kind of grip surface adhered to the bottom of your bathtub, you should not be able to claim fall in the shower, broken hip. I slip in the fucking shower. Don't you do that? When you stand in the shower, you slip and you grab the wall and you don't fall over? Old people can't do that. They just go all the way down and snap a fucking pelvis.
I'm lucky enough to have a walk-in shower for the first time in my life ever, and I love it.
I mean, I'm not
Oh,
saying
not
that
one
they
of
need
them
to go
big-
get something expensive like those roller chairs that go up the wall or some kind of expensive wheelchair. I'm just talking just those stickers you can buy at Walmart for the fucking base of your tub so your feet aren't all walking on
Those things
oil.
suck because they slip as well.
Well, okay, entrepreneurial
I'd say
spirit,
one of
Sin.
those-
Let's
They
market
don't-
some actually sticky stickers to sell at Walmart.
One of those
I think-
suction cup handle things.
What you need is like the like the gridded metal shit that they have in the Alien movies. Just have fucking bathtubs
Oh,
made out of that.
That faux thing.
You know that would work a lot more. The thing is, ceramic, very porcelain, very slippy stuff.
Maybe
It
a
was a bad
harness that
idea putting
attaches them by
showers
a
into-
tether to the roof, so they can only fall like a foot, and then bing, they're suspended.
A
Yeah, but then that's
system-
just gonna break their back.
a system of pulleys. Yeah, some kind of harness.
Why am I a boomer, Valine? What the fuck did I do? This is a good idea. Hey, I get
I think
charged
so.
more for auto insurance because I'm a male. They shouldn't get charged more for auto insurance because they're fucking old and likely to snap a hip walking on slippery
Oh shit!
surfaces.
Tina Turner died.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dance with Tina.
Yeah.
Father. Do it. One last
Yeah.
time.
Turn it, boy.
Yeah.
Alpha to the Omega, bitch.
She's a private dancer, a dancer for money. And where's Ike at? Shooting heroin in obscurity. You had it coming, fucker.
Yeah.
Don't really buy that, it seems. Silence. Okay. Doc, thank you for the 1057. Can't confirm, Polly. Literally just went on a run for a geriatric who took meds on no food and felt funny. Got ROSC and an OD right after, doing my best to bring out the dead impression. Oh man, Doc, have you ever heard of that movie, Bringing Out the Dead, Sin?
I have not.
It is the forgotten Scorsese film. Martin Scorsese, Tom Sizemore, fucking Not the Bees guy.
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage?
Yeah. And it's about paramedics, EMTs. And the whole movie is after Scorsese was doing a bunch of ride-alongs with paramedics in the enclosed space of an ambulance and how the lights are flashing and everything's loud and it's surreal and it's high pressure. And he's like, this is like its own little coffin world in here. This is very, very bizarre. And he saw the EMTs popping pills, huffing oxygen and all this. These guys live in a very strange world. He decided to write a bizarre movie about the descent into madness that can happen through being an EMT. And anyone who's ever done that kind of work, even just as a medic, yeah, that movie's a go-to staple, man. It's hilarious. A classic Scorsese film. You should watch it.
I will check it out. I don't remember if I talked about this. I kind of gave up on Doctor Who and Torchwood, just putting it down for a little bit. Little samey after trying to binge watch it. It's good. I like David Tennant. Torchwood's good enough. But I picked up Shameless, the American Shameless. Yeah, I'm liking that one.
Oh, your boy
think-
Pat says that Ike died back in 07. Good.
Well, that's what he's doing.
Well, yeah, no. Well, what was he doing before, leading up to his death? Shooting heroin in obscurity, I don't doubt. But,
Trying to get money from Tina.
yeah, still calling her up, being like, "Yo, hit me off with like a one-time something, a little bit." Well, I'm glad she outlived him. That's good news. But poor Tina, man. Yeah, she was a fucking legend. I mean, if you're not a fan of Tina, you are by proxy.
Yeah, you just don't know it.
Yeah, because Kenny Loggins was really obsessed with Tina Turner and doing his, not an impression, but an inspired voice by Tina Turner when he did Danger Zone.
Danger Zone.
Yeah, think about it. How until I had watched an interview with Kenny Loggins when he was talking about it, he goes, that whole part of my career was just one big inspiration by Tina Turner. You think about Danger Zone, and he said it, and I'm like, oh my God, I never even thought of that. It was like a forehead slap moment. You do sound like Tina Turner. And so yeah, you are a fan. Because who doesn't like Danger Zone?
That's true.
You know?
Be quiet!
We dodged that
be
by
banging.
seconds, Sin, man. We both just dodged it by seconds.
I be banging for 5. Watch that movie, Sin. Few exaggerations, but one of the most accurate EMS films I've ever seen. Okay, I'm gonna need you to actually, what was the name of it?
Bringing Out the
I
Dead.
forgot. 99, Cage, Scorsese. All right, I got it. Oh,
You know
Ving
what?
Rhames is in it. Nice. John
Yeah.
Goodman, I'm in.
Yeah, absolutely. And done like a Scorsese film. The camera moves, the lighting, the pacing, it's all there. And then solid actors, an interesting script, and like I said, descent into madness with a few exaggerations, that's fair, but it's worth checking out. If only because it's like this forgotten Scorsese gem. But the material, of course, is near and dear, so.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a go. And you know what? People really give Nick Cage a bad rap, but if he's got a good director, as Scorsese is, he can really shine in a role.
Yeah. It's like World Trade Center by Oliver Stone. If you're interested in a drama that is meant to be nothing but a drama, that is good. Nick Cage as a firefighter on 9/11. And it's not about conspiracy theories or anything. It's just about the fire department in New York and the stuff that bold men did on that day. You know what I mean? And it's,
Right.
yeah, Nick Cage, he doesn't bring comedic Nick Cage. He brings his A game. He's got it. The man can act when he's not, full Wicker Manning.
I liked him as Dracula.
For as little as he was.
As little as yeah, but he was like, I mean, you talk about acting, like his posture throughout all of it was fantastic. Like you can tell he thought about it. He didn't just wander into it going, "I'm Nick Cage," which, let's be honest, a lot of people do when it comes to Hollywood movies. My name will make the show, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like there was actual effort put into that. I mean, who can honestly sit here and say that they didn't enjoy Con Air?
I remember enjoying it, but I'm not going to lie to you. I don't remember it very well. I remember thinking good of it. I don't think anything bad of it, but I could barely tell you what happened in it.
Well, it's a great movie. Oh. You tell him, Steve Dave for the $7.77 says, "Why do you have the most expensive shut up donation trunk?" Is it because of the explosive budget? It's probably because of the explosive budget. I actually wrote down a second ago, shut up donation, $4.50. So I'm working on it, Steve Dave. But in the meantime, thank you for the $7.77.
All right, there it is. How would you guys like to start with a little bit of schnews? You down? Yeah. All right. Do the 12 or 14 different copyright owners want to come after me for that one? Come at me, bro. Look, you guys should see my fucking chat. If you saw what YouTube Studio looks like for me now, it's just a whole bunch of widgets with warnings and threats, and this is what's going to happen to you, and just fuck. Fuck you. Your boy Pat, thank you for the $18.
Channel you got here.
What's that?
Nice channel you got here. Be a shame if something happened to it.
Yeah, something is happening to it. It's under fucking siege, man, by forces I know not what. Sin, you know what I'm talking about here. It just feels like everyone came after you at once. Drop a couple of poly words, all of a sudden everybody's got a problem.
It was the turkey man.
I doubt they're holding a beef from fucking a year ago. But then again, most of these things are from like a fucking year ago. And Sin, you'll appreciate this. One of them is a fucking privated video still. How the fuck did you even know it was there?
Oh, they know.
Because
they know
they can
everything.
see everything on the back end.
No, I mean the content holder.
Yeah, they can see it.
Good lord.
That's
Their bots can crawl privated videos?
Yeah, because it's still a content match.
Ooh, that's ugly. Your boy Pat, thank you for the $18. Greatly appreciate it, man. I haven't heard the shots in a long time. Also, all we want is life beyond Thunderdome. You know, I might do a memorial screening of Beyond Thunderdome tonight. Tina was awesome in that. With the big-ass ram horn earrings, remember? No? Am I the only one?
No. Still thinking about Turkey Man.
Don't focus on Turkey Man.
I've been demonetized in my mind now. He said they can't have beef with Turkey Man. That's a paltry excuse.
Okay. That deserved the laughs and the strum. Well done. That was
Pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
All right, let's do the thing. Here it is, boys and girls.
All right.
Boom. Man shot roommate in Louisville for eating last Hot Pocket. I'm going to call it right now.
Fair.
Justified.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long
I
day
mean,
at
not
work.
a curry in the land.
Yeah. Haven't you done that? Had roommates? You're thinking about that one thing you got left in the freezer, those leftovers you can't wait to get home to. You get home and they're gone. Yeah.
Looking forward
Yeah,
to it all
and it's
day.
usually
Yeah.
one of my shitty fucking kids eating it.
One of my
Yeah, you-
shitty kids is like,
Your biological roommate.
Because I'll put a note on it that says Matthews, Dad,
And they're like, who's Matthew?
or you know what? I'll even paint a broader brush. I'll just write not yours.
Yeah. Don't touch or I'll beat you.
and you know what? They don't give a shit.
Why is it this only happens when you are really looking forward to this food, Polly?
Because it's usually something good, so somebody else wants it.
yeah. And
But
the
they-
whole
but they
day,
know.
that's what got you through your day. Some asshole cut you off in traffic on a bicycle, for example, like Sinatra was talking about today. Or it's just been a really long shift, or whatever the fuck. You got money
You
problems.
might have hepatitis.
Yeah. It's like all I want. You might have hepatitis. Your mom has hepatitis. There's all sorts of hep floating around your family tree. And you're just,
Yeah.
you're getting, I want to go home. I want to watch Tina Turner and Ram's horns earrings and
eat my hot pocket.
and eat my Hot Pocket. I only got one left. And no, you get home and Clifton Williams discovered some son of a bitch ate his Hot Pocket. That's it. He got out his gun.
Yeah. Yeah, if I was on the jury, not guilty.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, like, he is guilty of shooting someone, but also I think it's justified.
I think so too.
I give the Rittenhouse defense.
I'm actually curious. What kind of Hot Pocket was it? Doesn't say.
Well,
It better be one of the good ones, like the broccoli and
No, well,
chicken one, not a
Have it-
stupid.
not the
ham
veggie
and
broccoli.
cheese.
If it's the garden one, no. Well, Advocate has asked, and I'm like, that's a good question. Arrested 64-year-old Clifton Williams Sunday after they said he shot his roommate following an argument. Police said Williams' roommate had eaten his last Hot Pocket, so he started throwing tiles at him.
Oh, they were playing Scrabble at the time, were they?
Yeah. Well, I assumed he meant like masonry tiles, so he was like throwing giant ninja stars at him, basically.
Oh, shit.
Arrest slips.
4x4 shuriken.
Say that the roommate tried to leave, but Williams went inside and got a gun. The man was then shot in the buttocks
Roommate's
as he
got
was trying
a
to. He shot him in
gun.
the ass. Wow.
So well, this wasn't even like a fatal shooting either. This is just sounding more and more justified as the story goes on.
Yeah. It should really just say he
Shot him in the ass.
shot him in the ass for eating his Hot Pocket.
Probably even said before, because this isn't going to be the first instance. People don't fucking just pull out a gun over someone shooting their last Hot Pocket. This has happened before. And he has said to him, he said, "Oi, Gordon, if you eat my last Hot Pocket again, I'm going to shoot you in the ass." Like, you know, he would have more, I'm going to throw fucking bathroom tiles at you, and then I'm going to shoot you in the ass. And he just followed through with his.
Where are we,
with what he
John
said.
Boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Goat fucker Doc through $5 says, "Did someone say masonry?" Yes, I believe Sin did. Yeah, thank you, Goat fucker Doc. I'm just going to put it out there right now. Get that fucking like ratio up, or I'm going to shoot you in the ass.
You know, maybe it was like particularly vengeful. He got like straight up like Western saloon style with it. You ate my last Hot Pocket? Yeah, I did. You're going to be spraying diarrhea out that ass and try shitting out it now, and fires at his ass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'll give you an extra hole to spray that out of.
Our freezer ain't big enough for the both of us.
All right, moving on.
All right.
New Zealand Times. So, New Zealand University Student Association under fire for a ring toss game involving a stripper's anus.
Do they have a diagram?
Now, no, they don't. Okay. Now,
How have I not heard of this?
this story, this headline is a little misleading. Okay, let me tell you what was actually going on. What they had, ring toss on a bottle like at a fairground.
Just give me an extra couple of seconds with my mental image before you explain what it is. Oh, okay, I'm ready now. I'm ready.
Okay. It wasn't actually with the stripper's anus per se. what they had done was shoved a bottle up the stripper's ass. And she was bent over with the bottle up in the air, and they were throwing rings over the bottle, protruding from the stripper's ass.
Annoyingly, that's what I pictured. Well, was there anyone else thinking that like, they were throwing the stripper onto the bottle or something?
Well,
I thought the bottle was sticking out of her ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. The neck of the bottle was shoved up her ass, and she was perched, bent over, so the bottle was facing upwards, vertical, and they were ring tossing over it that way. Now,
what?
They unwisely decided to take photographs of this, which then were sent all over online. No, I didn't look them up. Feel free to look them up on your own, but they made it far and wide.
Will do.
Yeah, because like, everybody gets on my, case about Turkey Man. Imagine what would happen if I was showing stripper ass bottle ring toss. No.
You playing horseshoe?
Yeah. It wouldn't be
Horseshoe.
Come on. Horseshoes? Come on.
Sounds like you're just saying horseshoes.
Yeah, but with whore instead of horse.
Yeah, but it sounds the same, so you're not really getting the
But
same
that's what a
effect.
pun is, Sinatra.
No, it just sounds like you're saying horseshoes.
Horseshoes.
Yeah, you gotta enunciate.
Yeah, and you
Did
need to
anyone-
make that guitar work for you after you say it. So it's real obvious you dropped it.
It's I've got blisters on my fingers. Why they're under fire for it though? Like no one was. This was purely consensual. Someone even got paid for it. Obviously, she was happy to do it. Everyone else had a great time. Like what's the problem here? Look, yeah, all right. It's a bit unsavory, but fuck, who cares?
Well, the university cares because they say we realize that management cannot always prevent transgressive incidents from taking place. However,
What is transgressive about this?
I don't know. That's an interesting choice of words. I'm sure the translator from Netherlander, Dutch, I guess. It's just Dutch, isn't it? Yeah, from Dutch probably.
Yeah, from the Dutchlands. Yeah.
Probably failed. I don't know what the underlying Dutch was there, but I'd like to know. We think it's essential that students' associations, based on the health association culture, do everything they can to prevent excesses. Excesses.
That doesn't seem like an excess.
It sounds like the people who were given this quote were jealous that they weren't invited to this obviously awesome party.
Either that or they were invited, and it's like, God damn, that's what was going. I stayed home. Whore's most affected, right? Nice. All right, moving on. This Las Vegas neighborhood has streets named after 90s video game franchise. Really?
No way.
Yeah, look. Jigglypuff and Charmander streets.
Oh, that's so cool.
Wow.
I'm down. Yeah, I love it.
You know what we haven't seen in a while? The Golden Otter card. It's down there. It's based on the Charmander card. Feel free. Charizard,
But then, like,
actually.
also
but,
imagine, like,
Yeah.
you're an EMT or something, and it's like, we've got a double homicide on Jigglypuff Avenue.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking. And this is in Vegas. It's like I caught up with that son of a bitch. Running down Charmander and then tried to hide on the corner of Jigglypuff. Yeah.
Right?
But I laid down
I owed
Funky
all
B,
one-
man. He went all over town saying he could take my money. No one takes Jay Steamy's money or whatever they call
Cash is
themselves.
cash. I run all 150 of these streets.
There's Snorlax. Nice. It seems to be way out from, the strip a little bit. Nothing but desert out yonder. Whew.
I'm down with it, though. I like it.
Oh.
Good for tourism.
She's the one who named all the streets that could be found in Serenity Place. Her inspiration? Well, it came from her own home because her boys were really into the poker men. And Jigglypuff's their favorite, so apparently that's the center town. There it is.
There it is.
Okay, get this. I love this. Couple get paid out after water buffaloes fall into Essex swimming pool.
Wait, my Essex?
Yes, your Essex. Okay.
Fuck up.
So
Why have we?
this couple, the Smiths, spent 10 months seeking compensation after animals escaped from nearby farm in Essex. An Essex couple have spent 10
water
months.
buffalo?
Yeah,
In Essex?
18 water buffaloes escaped and stampeded through their garden, with 8 of them taking a morning dip in their swimming pool. They were running, they crashed through the bushes and fell into the pool and just stayed there for a bit until old man Smith came out and, get out of here, you stupid buffalo.
Jesus Christ! You imagine that? You come down, you make your coffee, have a look out the window
Look at
to
it.
survey your kingdom, and then you're like, honey, get down here.
Yeah. Can you imagine? It's like, wait a minute.
Oh, they love it though, don't they?
This is merry old England. We don't have water buffalo here.
Apparently we do.
I stop to hang out, start eating the vegetation.
One of it.
Well, yeah. Is this the desert-like environment full of sand that you've learned to expect from Essex?
This is Essex, yeah. Right. Not
Looks
even
like
eyebrows
New
grow in
Mexico.
Oh, Molly,
Essex. Water
if
buffalo.
I won the What the Fuck news articles, you just wait. It's getting weirder.
Oh, is it gonna get? Okay, cool. I'm strapped in, man.
Now, you guys know I appreciate a good scam, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Beverly Hills man charged with scamming victims and over $9 million for fake hemp farm.
Ooh.
Was the farm fake or was the hemp fake?
The farm. There was no farm. There was no land.
farm.
There was no hydroponics equipment. There was nothing. It was just a
was
guy
nothing
saying,
for the
give me
water
money and I'll
buffalo.
go do it. And they went, okay.
Jesus, well, fucking hell, he kind of.
Yeah.
They deserve to lose that cash, really. Didn't they?
Mr. Mark Roy Anderson, a disbarred attorney working in Beverly Hills, allegedly soliciting more than $9 million from investors for a non-existent hemp farm. Now, that particular charge he's under is comprised of 5 counts of wire fraud, alleging he tricked investors into providing funds for his company, Harvest Farm Group, to harvest and process hemp that would then be turned into medical grade CBD. Isolate.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, this is legit. Well, this is above board. Well, for most of it, anyway.
Yeah, well, what he was claiming was anyway. He allegedly used the stolen funds for personal expenses, including $650,000 worth of luxury and vintage vehicles, over $142,000 in retail purchases and other expenses, and withdrawing $400,000 in cash, and over $1.3 million for a residence surrounding citrus groves in Ojai. The man bought orange groves, or for all we know, bergamot groves.
No.
He could be classy, Drunkle.
Well, bergamots are classy.
To whom?
It's a lumpy lime.
Yeah. Now, keeping in mind, he's currently serving an 11.5-year sentence for an unrelated crime at the time he was indicted. They came and grabbed him out of his cell to indict him.
Wait, so he
So
did all of
he's
this
fucked
from
up.
prison?
Fucked up.
Yeah. This guy
What?
was doing this from lockdown, yo. You know I appreciate a good racketeer. This guy was next level.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm quite impressed.
I mean, this guy's a disbarred attorney from Beverly Hills that catches an 11.5-year bid for fraud, and when he's in prison, runs another racket to pull in $9 million and to do all of these extended purchases while currently serving a sentence. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
all right.
I mean, there's entrepreneurism, and then there's really going for broke.
I mean, he shouldn't be in prison, really. He should be given a job in the government if he's that much of a scammer.
Yeah. That guy can
He's
show
got
you
a
really
point.
how to fleece the people.
Right.
Speaking of going for broke, how can you prepare for the debt default? Did you like that segue? I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah,
That was good.
I guess invest in cannabis farms.
Well, this is CNN Business. Sin, I am not showing this for any purpose other than just this. This is CNN talking about what to do when the U.S. runs out of money. Federal default. And it's not about the Republicans won't raise the debt ceiling. This is really about the encroaching reality of federal default on its debt payments, especially for international bonds. People think right away of federal employees. Payment of federal salaries is a small drop in the bucket compared to what the federal government pays out on entitlements every month. So, your Medicare, Medicaid, all pensions, those things. You know, everyone
Yeah.
complains about, oh, well, it's all of those unneeded aircraft carriers and defense spending that America has that are absolutely dwarfed by entitlement payments. And if you,
And America
Dude,
doesn't have them any. Ukraine has them.
I heard on the news today, they were blaming, and I'm not kidding, they put the numbers up on screen. They blamed Social Security and Medicaid for this.
go on.
And
Thanks,
they put the
Obama.
numbers up. It was like Social Security is what, 50 billion or million? I think it was billion.
It's going to be,
No,
it's going to be bees.
it has to be.
Yeah.
But
Not
it
the
was like
bees.
Medicaid is 50 billion something a year. And then Social Security is like 20 something billion a year, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, well, these are the main reasons why we're looking to default.
Yeah.
And like, how many hundreds of billions have we sent overseas?
I absolutely agree. Even without, let's say that the whole Ukraine fleecing of the American taxpayer through the ultra rich who run our governments and weren't born into ultra rich families. I'm tired of that. The intergenerational wealth that happens to it. Joe Biden wasn't born super rich. How the fuck is the guy on a 240 grand a year salary, I think is what senators get paid? I forget. But nothing where you'd be a millionaire.
Yeah,
How is
it's
Joe
around
Biden
there.
a millionaire over and over and over again? How is Nancy Pelosi a millionaire over and over and over again? How's
Well,
Dianne
we don't
Feinstein, the
that
robo barely alive human that she's become?
He is looking her off.
Yeah. But I mean, they're all multimillionaires after being in office, and they certainly weren't born into rich families. So enough of that fucking, oh, well, you know, the Donald Trump narrative. Oh, he was born, his father was a millionaire, and that's the kind of fucking game that they all play. No. None of the people who have managed to gangster their way into fucking huge amounts of money through fucking political racketeering. And it's not just them, it's their entire family. All their families have, members of their family all have nice houses with extremely low interest rates for their mortgages.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
was the bank so generous with them? You know, that kind of bullshit.
Doing a big thunk.
Yeah. Insider trading, you're absolutely right, Zombie. Take like information and who knows what's coming up, and they tell their friends who then invest on their behalf and then kick 10% for the big guy back, et cetera, et cetera. It's not really, it's technical, but it's not hard to understand the generality of what's going on. There you go. Let's say that these people weren't sending all that money to Ukraine. The system would default still. It would just be further down the horizon because of entitlement payments. And nobody is doing anything about it. Nobody's even talking about doing anything about it except for certain people in the Republican Party. That's it. Endlessly borrowing money from China is not the fucking answer. Unless you're Joe Biden, in which case the answer is endlessly borrow money from China at the same time as printing money endlessly.
That we aren't keeping.
That's right.
But I might, I don't know, maybe I'm not understanding Social Security correctly, but it's not always the government just handing out the checks. This is shit that has been paid into over time.
Yes.
So there
but
should be at least part of the money there for these people to cash into.
Well, I'm sure you've heard of the, you're right, but not nearly enough to cover the reality of it because the highest voting, strongest voting demographic, regardless of every other demographic reality, whether you're Black, Chinese, man, woman, whatever other demographic you fit into, as soon as you are 55 or older, you are the most politically active, most likely to vote demographic of them all. So whose interests are taken care of first and foremost? The people who actually bother to vote, old folks. That's why nobody ever, it's anathema, cursed language to talk about cutting Medicare and social welfare and whatever for the elderly. That's my God. And I'm not saying cut it, eliminate it. It's streamline the system and figure out other ways of, look, we need to stop printing money because the inflation is only making the situation worse. You know, we need to stop putting out international bonds to fund every social program that a harebrained houseplant of a president comes up with. All these ideas need to come to a fucking stop. The endless federal expenditures and social welfare can't be.
I mean, that would be ideal, but
yeah. Well, the only people talking about it are certain people in the Republican Party. Funding foreign wars, bad idea. America getting into misadventure wars, bad idea. These are all things that America can't afford to fund just for the international misadventures of politicians looking to grab attention for their leadership. Do you understand what I mean? Of course you do. You in Ukraine, you get it. I mean, what the fuck? What are you involved in something like that for? And how about securing America's energy independence so they don't have to the payment for the amount of oil? Why is oil being drilled overseas, refined overseas, and then being shipped using diesel fuel shipping to bring it all the way over to America? Do you know how much energy is spent just getting it over here so it can be purchased, as opposed to being drilled and refined here? What the fuck?
It's insane. And what's even more, at least to me, is the fact that we are the ones who have to foot the bill for these people making decisions. We don't get a say in this. And anymore, if you disagree, if you don't like what it is, we talked about this a little bit last night. If you just say something that's remotely a counter to the narrative, you're racist, you're sexist, you're insurrectionist. You're not even allowed to question this shit anymore in public anyway.
No. You asked a really solid question. Why isn't the money that's being paid into worth more? Because the amount of people that were paying into it for the longest time was when America had a much, much smaller population than it does today. I'm talking rewind like 30, 40, 50 years. Okay. America's population was much smaller at that time. And those were the people paying into it then. So from 40 years ago. And then 30 years ago, there were more people paying into it, but the population was also aging. Plus, the population was getting larger, including a bunch of old folks who are now eligible for those old age payments. Not pensions, but Medicare and Medicaid, yes. And more old people are moving in, and more people are getting old. Plus, you have a top-heavy population in terms of age. You know, I'm sure you've heard the saying, aging population. Yeah, there is a group of smaller, demographically speaking, younger people paying for a top-heavy group of older people, and the population has magnified by many orders of magnitude since 60 years ago when it started being that way. Yeah, that's what's resulted in it. Sure, there's people paying into it, but the whole time, it's like what the UK's dealing with. Yeah, well, we're all paying into the NHS, but you're being flooded with immigrants who are also drawing from it who have never paid into it. That's stress on the system it couldn't possibly support. Yeah, but to do otherwise would be racist.
Well, you know what? We have to just shake the shibboleth off. We need to just let that go. We're not being racist. We're looking out for ourselves. It's okay. The world will not collapse tomorrow if America turned around and went, you know what? We just can't afford this anymore. We can't afford to send these fucking dowries of cash overseas, pallets and shit. We just can't do it.
Not only
we are on the verge of economic collapse. We cannot keep giving you money.
Fire right back at them at my suggestion. Well, what as a politician should I say? You're talking about what's racist and what's not, and what's fair for people and what's not. How about all the people of color that are elderly and are going to not receive their payments anymore when we default that have been paying into them? I'm worried about the people of color already in this country, and you seem to be worried about the people of color that haven't gotten here yet.
And you know what? Here's the thing about it, though, is our individual spending habits have literally no effect on this.
Not
like
on
what
this
we do
order
with
of
our
money? No, you're right.
No,
you're right.
What we do with our money, in our pockets, if we go out and buy, what's the most expensive thing you want right now, Polly? Like, what is the thing you want?
Oh man, you're gonna find out how cheap my tastes are. I really got my eye on that $1,300 gun that seems like a pie in the sky long shot. Yeah, I mean, it's
okay. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I'm the thing I was saving up for was a $700 camera lens.
Oh, nice.
So like,
okay.
but like, if we had the money, we could buy that tomorrow. And our individual spending means nothing to this because we're spending at most between the two of us, we're barely scratching $2,000. We're talking in the trillions.
Yeah, these are dust marks that aren't even noticed. No, you're right. Can you imagine how bad it could get if it was what's being attempted to be done in the United States, which is run a centralized system for all of this, like single payer healthcare like they have, that is wide open to mismanagement. Check out the NHS and the falterings that it has. I'm not saying the NHS isn't a good system for the
Look
UK.
what's going on with Canada.
Obviously, obviously people in Britain think that it is. Obviously, Canadians and their universal healthcare think that it is. But when you're being flooded by immigration, by politicians that are looking to bolster their voting demographic alone and virtue signal by their immigration policies, and they're fucking over the very system that they protect like it's sacred, no. The Republicans need to really change the narrative. We are fighting to protect this system. You are the ones trying to destroy it. Because your policies will destroy it. Ours will maintain it. You want Medicare and Medicaid? Listen to the few, because it's not all Republicans. You've complained about this enough, Sinatra, and I agree with you. How many Republicans are acting really as neoliberals more than anything? Rhinos, not good. You don't have a fiscal policy to cut down on the eventual debt default. You are acting as a inerrant politician right now. Because when the federal government defaults, that's it, man. That's it. What do you think happens? Loans get called in. All those international loans out there that America has been paying fucking the interest on. Billions upon trillions of dollars worth of loans. People talk about, the federal deficit. Where do you think those trillions and trillions of dollars go? Who are the creditors? People have bought the international bonds. People have bought up American debt on the market. Yeah, when they come say pay it all now because your system just defaulted, so we want as much as we can get. It's like when an individual tax or an individual creditor comes calling you at your house 3 times a day to get the money out of you because your credit rating just sank. Imagine that on an international level. That's what'll happen when the federal government defaults once. The end of everything. When would the grid go out? When you can't pay people to maintain the electrical grid? That's when the grid will go out. You want prepper nightmares to become a reality? Allow this to happen.
And you know what? This is just me, and I have the conspiracy brain. Part of me has to wonder if we are hurtling towards this on purpose.
George Soros is such a Bond villain. I could see
possible.
He's sitting in Davos going, slowly but surely. I don't know. Maybe he's hoping to carve out a piece of the remaining after the detritus has fallen. Yes, I'm going to form a new super state in America out of the East Coast, including the financial districts. I don't know. I wouldn't put anything beyond.
Possible, but I gotta wonder.
I mean, it's Soros. I can't buy politicians. Fuck it, I'll buy DAs. Wait, really? You don't think that guy's not a fucking Simpsons Hank Scorpio character to you? We'd be willing to take over the East Coast? I could see it. He's literally our timeline's Palpatine.
I mean, literally. I covered this last night in my stream. The dude named fucking Cavernacle, I think his name was, did a video saying about how anybody who says anything negative about George Soros is literally a Nazi. And actually spreading anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. I'm not spreading a conspiracy theory. I'm telling you what I see. Like, I'm talking about the shit that I see with my fucking eyeballs. What is the matter with you that's the immediate place you take it?
Yeah. And it's more to the point. You talk about conspiracy theories. It's like, no, I don't want to talk about the conspiracy theories. You can say your speculation is going too far, or you're saying this. Oh, sweet. Godspeed, little otters. Odin Hammer, thank you for the $11. I feel the same way, Sin. I don't know how people couldn't. I mean, just look at how you prepare for a debt default. This is unprecedented, guys. This is CNN Finance talking about this. CNN Business,
Lean has a point, given the refusal to call it a recession. I could be leaning the right way. I mean, yeah, I didn't even think about that. They just absolutely refused to call it a recession. But I think that's just because it might make Biden look bad, honestly.
Yes, but that's the focus. They may disagree with our speculation or saying, okay, you're bringing Soros into it or whatever. I don't really want to talk about any of that. You explain the lack of focus on the looming debt default and the complete lack of attention to it in any way by almost all of our politicians. And the ones who are talking about it are not particularly strong voiced on it. How is this not the first and foremost issue going on? When there's a fucking State of the Union address by the president, everyone's walking in with, Ukrainian flags. There's unity across the aisle. Why is there unity across the aisle with everyone walking in with a dollar bill going, this is now worth 10%, 8% of what it was only this many years ago? What the hell? Do something now. Economic reform. My God. Stop sending pallets of cash abroad. How is that not the thing?
And it's crazier is that they say that this is our problem for voting for Trump. Well, Trump actually made the debt ceiling. Well, he's the one who started this. Okay, why am I seeing an article right next to this that you sent $130-something million to Ukraine like 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Where is this money coming from?
See, you could talk about conspiracy theories around, let's say, UFOs. This is what bugs me about this. And it's like, no, that really is a ship that was not a terrestrial vehicle. It's been identified. It's in video. It's clear. It's not hazy. That's an authentic UFO. And people are like, well, I don't want to hear your speculations on what it is. Okay, can we start?
Yeah, shut up, Mulder.
Yeah, can we start with that's real and it's not terrestrial? Because that's what it's not a conspiracy theory that the debt default is coming and no one's doing shit about it. That's where the anger's coming from. That's where the speculation's coming from. Let's talk about that thing instead of talking about our so-called anti-Semitism that doesn't even exist around Soros. Fuck that and fuck you.
And I think that is the response everybody should have when somebody brings that up. Well, you talk about Soros, you're anti-Semitic. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I already don't care what you have to say on this whole subject. I don't know. It whatever's happening right now, and people always kind of give me a side eye when I say this. Whatever's happening is being allowed to happen.
It is being allowed to happen. And if you don't want people to think it's not by design, by intent, you guys are being conveniently fucking lazy in avoiding it, conveniently oblivious to the problem. Because only rarely does this ever get mentioned. Economists mention it, political scientists mention it. It actually came up on CNN Business, and that's why I brought it up, because, oh my God, they're talking about it now. It's slipped out from special interest area groups, strange corners of the internet, and people who focus on economics and socioeconomic political realities of stuff, political scientists and whatnot. That's the only time I ever hear anyone talk about the looming default of the federal government.
And I always kind of side eye it when it's this close to an election, honestly. Like, why is this being played up right now? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, what I found most interesting about that, Sinatra, is when you said it, it seems as though a lot of people are, fucking intending on this to happen. And it made me think of, what was that? Was it the 12 Steps? It was a very old book, but it was about the lead up to World War One. And how it turned out that there was people that were, on the Allied side that were going, no, we have to do this. This has to happen. Even though no one, instead of going towards it and going, right, what can we do to avoid this? They're going, well, let's just do it and get it over with.
Huh.
And the real question here is who is benefiting from it?
Right.
Well, that's always the question when it comes to something like this. Cui bono, who profits?
Of course, yeah. If you follow the money, then, but in this, you can't follow the money because there isn't any, right?
Well, there is, because what is the next? Okay, Polly, you will know more about this than I do. America defaults. People call their loans in.
Mm-hmm.
What happens next?
Liquidating of non-cash resources. So gold, the American gold reserves start getting liquidated and put out on the market, which causes, as you know, scarcity value, right? The value of gold will plummet, which causes a downward spiral in the price of gold, which means you need to liquidate more gold to bring in the same amount of money, which causes a further downward spiral. America starts selling off of its worth. Like anybody who goes broke starts selling off their jewelry. That's the next step.
Okay, so gold,
and the strategic oil
silver,
reserve will be gone immediately and sold on the international market and flooding the
SRO.
Yeah.
gold, silver,
What you
precious
getting at
metals.
with the book script? Spit that shit out, man.
That was you saying.
So that shit starts getting sold off.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to affect, I don't know, the Biden family? Is that going to affect
in terms
anybody in Congress, anybody in
No.
the Senate? No.
Their wealth is diversified. You diversify your wealth to set off disaster. A classic saying in like international racketeering. You've got money spread out in so many different places. You can take off to Bali where you've got secret bank accounts, and in the Caymans, and in the Swiss banks, and etc. Yeah. No, they're fine. You have any? I don't know. There's no way to know, but I would bet a crisp Benjamin $100 bill that the Biden family has secret accounts and secret real estate holdings all over the fucking world. Why wouldn't you? You diversify.
Oh,
to
I wouldn't
offset
doubt that for a
disaster.
second.
Yeah. If we need to get the fuck out of here, whichever member of our family it is. I mean, it's like, oh, well, really secret, financial holdings all over the world. His own son was employed by an...
Oh!
Hello. All right, there we go.
The fuck just happened?
I don't know. The audio just cut out somehow. I don't know what happened. I was talking in Discord. It was a Discord thing. It wasn't OBS.
I'm pretty sure it was a Streamlabs thing.
Or, well, I know. I saw the Streamlabs come up. The fucking 101. I saw it, but...
Who? I guess that was Sinatra. It's always Sinatra's. That was Sinatra, yeah?
Yeah, it was Sinatra's
Right, it's
Alien.
It's probably a long
Not
one.
Alien,
It's
Predator.
a long one, and it's playing through probably. I mean, do we keep talking?
It's played through now.
I don't know. We only for these long ones, we only see like fucking the first 5 seconds, and I'm just quiet dutifully.
But it's the Predator one, and we've seen it before. You know how long it runs. It's run its course. I mean, yeah, we only see the first
I've
5
not-
seconds, but it's run its
I've
course.
not seen that one before.
No, the Predator one, I had my epic peak of manliness, and Sinatra went, I got one to compete with that, and it's
Wait, what? Wait. What dono popped up?
the epic peak of manliness one, the Predator one of what's the name of it?
That is not the one that popped up on my end.
Oh, I
nor
got the
should
I
have
got
been
the
one
Beverly
that
Hills
came
Cop
up on
one.
yours.
Maybe just check your Streamlabs.
Okay, hold on.
He can't hear us over all the money.
All right, tell me what comes through with this.
That was just $1 donation.
No, Luna, that's what came up for me. I believe that's not what you hit or what came up for the chat, but Streamlabs,
No,
am
I
I
just
right?
got-
What'd you get?
I just got
Drunkle?
Scrooge McDuck for that one.
You got, I just got Scrooge McDuck too.
What?
Yeah, okay, there's Looney Lenny. We got Beverly Hills Cop play Axel F. I was trying to remember the name of it. Thank you, Axel F. That's what we got, was Axel F. Predator playing it on his little bomb arm computer.
Okay,
His
hold
bomb
on.
arm computer.
Well, his,
Yeah, 'cause
his
it-
little set off my self-destruct
His
device.
Pit Boy.
Yeah.
On my end, it's playing the proper one.
Did you just try and replay it right now?
Okay, how about this?
There we go.
Stop it. What are you doing?
I'm just going to play the $500 one, but it's cooler. I don't think the other one's ready yet.
What? No, use that one you showed me.
You sure?
God damn it,
Yes,
Shelley.
it's perfect.
All right, I think Luna will like it. He asked for it specifically, so okay, I think it's ready. Say the line.
Okay, please let me blow you while you do it. Most handsome, perfect person ever.
Okay.
A lot of people call my videos offensive. Well, fuck you.
I love America. And I also love our Second Amendment right, the right to bear arms. These are my bear arms! And that's my bear with his bear arms. And this is my bear bearing arms with his bear arms. Did you know Abraham Lincoln abolished slavery with his bare hands? And now I'm gonna abolish slavery with my bare arms. Nice arms, idiot. Thank you, Stephen. In America, you have the right to bear arms. Because when the sun's out, these guns are out. This here's my biodiesel-powered dually. Because nothing makes terrorists cry like American steel, powered by the sweet, sweet nectar of bacon. Do you know what else terrorists hate? Freedom, liberty, barbecues, and bald eagles. Check out these Purple Mountain Majesties. Hey, Bear. Yeah? Which way to the gun show? That way, Steve. Thanks, Bear. Now that I'm bare armed, I'm gonna bear these arms with my bare arms and my well-armed bear in his arms. And Abe Lincoln. Why? Because this is America. The land of the free, the home of the brave, and it's also where I keep my stuff. Now let's go blow some stuff up. Responsibly. 407 years ago, our forefathers brought forth this great nation, where we have the right to form a more perfect union of totally jackass and perfectly pumped arms. And we never, ever forget leg day. Thank you. God bless America.
I get a little teary-eyed every time.
Me too, man. I'm from the UK. Jesus Christ.
Talk about the most patriotic donation ever. Luna coming in with the $1,001.
Ow!
Oh, yeah.
I love my country, hate the government. 1, subby for Shadow Claw. Luna coming in. God bless. God bless. Another sip of the scotch on that one. Guys, give it up for Luna in the chat.
Fuck
1001.
Right.
Yes,
so there it
indeed.
is. Okay.
Fucking hell, Luna. Yes, stand up for a second. God damn.
I want to stand up. You weren't
God
standing up during that
damn.
whole thing? It's Star Spangled Banner was playing, man. I was standing up the whole
Okay,
time, for God's
bonus
sake.
points. Bonus points to anybody who can tell me who was playing guitar in the first bit of that.
Slash.
I especially sought that one out.
I don't know.
Kim Jong-un?
It was not Slash. Let's see if anyone in the chat knows.
What?
It's a very famous guitar player.
Abraham Lincoln.
No, he was not abolishing slavery with his guitar.
Hendrix?
Slavery.
What'd you say, Polly?
Hendrix?
No.
I didn't know there was
It
a
was
second
Joe-
famous Hendrix playing. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's
It
his
was
father,
Joe
James.
Satriani.
Ah, okay, yeah, all right.
Hendrix would have been too noticeable, but Joe Satriani, whew.
That's what I thought. That, because for one of my, drunk will face it, America's the best donations, I wanted Star Spangled Banner to be playing, and I thought, yeah, Hendrix's Woodstock playing is pretty fucking cool. I didn't realize that a few months before, there's a famous recording of him playing Star Spangled Banner. I went and listened to it, and it's pretty cool, and it doesn't sound instantly noticeable. It just sounds Hendrix heavy distortion awesome like, but he starts it by saying, remember when they brainwashed us with this one, this moldy oldie but goodie, and then starts playing. I'm like, well, way to destroy my desire to fucking use you playing that, man. Fuck you.
Right.
Oh,
But
yeah,
Luna, thank you so much, man. Thank you.
yeah, well done, Luna. Love it,
Oof.
mate. Love the support. I saw Satriani live once.
Satriani is one of
That
my
was-
favorite.
Dude, that was a hell of a show. My favorite thing about him is every time he plays the really, really high notes, he acts as though he's getting electrocuted. It's fucking fantastic to watch.
Right, so
For such a small, nerdy little Agent 47 looking man as well. He has just got fucking talent oozing out of his pores.
Can we get a big thank you to Luna in the chat? Fucking dude, thank you so much. God bless. One more sip of the scotch.
How's that golden otter looking, Polly?
Bottom of the deck. But I refuse to cheat at solitaire. It'll come out when it naturally does.
How you think I feel? I got the Queen's speech. She's dead.
Well, yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's the golden otter will come out when it does. I'm not going to cheat at solitaire.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
You know, but I do have good news. Avery researchers say the ivory-billed woodpecker is endangered, not extinct.
Fucking there, well, there is one right there.
Yeah, it's fine. They caught a video of one from far away. The ivory-billed woodpecker. It's good to go. Good to go.
Good to go. But hopefully it's out there. It's fucking, not like pandas.
Yeah.
Who I think we should just let go extinct because they obviously don't want to be here.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
That is good news, though. I have been worried about the ivory-billed woodpecker for far too long.
Yeah. I was. And when I read this, I took heart. I felt better.
Yeah. I may sleep tonight.
Poor little guy. Damn. You know what? Devil Fruit Zero made me go look over at my Streamlabs, and those don't... Maybe Streamlabs is just fucking up all around, because I don't remember these coming in. Fuck, I suck. Look at this. Drunkle's Warm Frothy Shot for $5. Jesus. Let's just one more time. Hell yeah. Drunkle's Warm Frothy Shot. Thank you for the $5. That like ratio is indeed shit. It is. If you haven't hit the like ratio already, feel free to tap it right now. And if you haven't already, feel free to go over to Twitter and hit that retweet button for the tweet that I sent out earlier. And then that helps promote it. If you're listening in the future, by all means, leave a comment below because I get a chance to read them all and answer most. And Devil Fruit Zero, speaking of the donations you did, another one of these. Yahoo! Why are we paying other countries that hate us? They can do that for free. Well, that sounds like a sound argument to fucking make during a presidential campaign run. Can you believe that it's actually become something that'll hurt your campaign to say, you know, the Chinese are in economic and political global competition with us, and it is a zero-sum game to fight globally on this level, and they're looking to take us out. That's a fundamental political reality of the world. And you can't say that without damaging yourself.
I don't know how they could just pretend that this isn't happening right in front of them.
I don't get it. I don't get it. James Verlaine. Boom.
What you getting at with the book script? Spit that shit out, man.
That was on you, Sen, remember?
Yeah.
I do. Verlaine, thank you for the 450. They, leaders, probably have all of their trust positioned for an economic crash. Think about The Big Short. Nothing has completely tipped the stock market yet. Yeah, that's another thing. Not money just hidden around the world, but also, you know, everything's shorted. Those things that are likely to fall first. Yeah, why not? Investments that won't lose much, and if they do end up becoming high value because of a federal default, they're going to become quadbillionaires. You know, like Carnegie did. All right, that just brought me down from the news about the ivory-billed woodpecker.
Yeah, we were on a high about that as well, man.
Well, let's talk about some good news then. Contaminated eye drops outbreaks claimed to 81 cases, 4 deaths, and multiple surgeries to remove eyes.
Whoa, removing eyes?
Yeah, man.
Who fucked up?
Yeah. I don't know if you remember. I forget which one of us it was that talked about this, but one of us did. The contaminated eye drops from months back. This is the fallout from it. Center for Disease Control had said stop using Desalm Pharma and Easy Care eye drops because they had a bacteria-resistant contamination. And yeah, 81 cases, 4 deaths, multiple blindings across 18 fucking states. Good fucking
Oh,
God.
someone's getting sued.
Yeah.
Christ. I don't think you could. How much? I mean, look, if you just had surgery to remove your eyes because of someone fucking up somewhere at the bloody production line, I don't think any amount is going to be enough. Like, you've lost your eyes.
Yeah.
That's it. You need something more than suing. You want actual fucking justice for that shit, you know?
A
And even then it
literal
won't be
eye
enough.
for an eye.
Yeah.
Literal eye for an eye.
For God's
Yeah,
sake, if
take
you've got
out this
anything in
person's
your
eyes.
house that looks like this, do not use it for months. The CDC has been recalling these, and well, they've been recalling them. The companies, the CDC has been urging people not to use them. For God's sake, don't.
Because those artificial tears were turned into real tears.
From your
When you've lost
empty
your
eye
eyes.
socket.
Yeah.
You don't want it. So, Drunkle, we were talking on Monday. I know, good news. I was trying to be ironic, but seriously, stop using these fucking
Oh, yeah.
eyebrows, for
I
God's
got
sake.
it.
So we were talking Monday about like overpriced things that just have gold foil on them, and thus they
Oh,
become,
yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the $700 burger.
Oh, let's talk about the $700 burger.
Philadelphia restaurant sets the gold standard with a $700 burger. You want to see it?
Oh, is that...
There it is.
Oh, that looks fucking horrible.
Yeah, look, but look at the gold foil on top. You like that?
Yeah, I see that it's just like just been put on by a fucking...
Well, that's the thing they're not telling you about the debt ceiling is that they're going to have to raid all these restaurants for their gold foil.
Yeah, well,
they're going to get a whole $80 from it because
Yeah.
gold foil is fucking cheap.
yeah, you can buy it at fucking Michael's or Hobby Lobby. It's rolled so goddamn thin, it's like a molecule thick. And that's Wagyu meat burger with caviar,
Is that
fresh
caviar?
black
It is
truffle.
caviar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lobster flambéed with cognac, topped with aged Irish cheddar and drizzled with honey, and then, of course, topped with gold foil. Fries are
Dude, that
included.
sounds horrible.
Yeah, as is a 1 ounce pour of Louis XIII cognac, which fetches around $5,000 a bottle.
That just give me a fucking regular burger, for Christ's sake. I don't want your truffle fish egg fucking burger. Just give me a regular one.
Who wants to bite into a burger and get like bursts of... It's caviar. It tastes like Poseidon's toilet paper. What would you want that for?
It's caviar, fucking lobster and beef and metal. Why was... I mean, this is a status thing, isn't it? It's always a status thing. It's just so people can fucking do their Instagrams and everything. I go, oh, look at us, we're eating these $700 burgers. How was it? I don't know, I could tell you. I took one bite and then we stopped filming and we went to fucking Burger King.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I don't want caviar in a burger.
Why would you want
I
to
don't
eat
want caviar
gold?
at all.
Good question, Lisa. I don't know why people are so into Goldschlager. Like, if you're into schnapps in general, whether you like your Schminnischen or your peach schnapps or whatever, fine. But just because it's got gold foil floating in the bottle, come on, don't be a chump.
And this is a chump meal as well. Well, the only people who aren't chumps here are the fucking owners of this fucking restaurant.
Don't
Who are charging
Neptune, divine
$700
petulance. Fuck off.
Did they even mention like the beef? Was it like from a really famous cow?
No,
or
just
something?
Wagyu beef.
Well, okay, that is pretty. But then if Wagyu beef, you want a Wagyu steak. You don't want Wagyu beef.
Yeah, minced
Yeah,
and
no, you're
barely
defeating
cooked.
the point.
Right? Yeah, it does defeat the point. It was the fucking hell. And have you ever had a truffle?
Yes, black truffle, yeah.
What did you think?
No, like not worth the money at all. It was
No, it's not, is it?
Yeah.
No.
It was grated over top of a plate of really good pasta, and frankly, the pasta was better on its own and without it. Like, it didn't really. Fuck. I'm glad I didn't pay for any of it.
Well, it's just the rarity of it, which I mean, but for some people a lot of people think that rare equals good. But I mean, having both of your eyes removed because of the eye drops you've been using is rare, but you wouldn't fucking want it, would you?
Yeah. Darren Root asked, I'm not a drinker. What is cognac? It's brandy made in a particular area of France. It's grape whiskey, for want of a better description.
It's rapper juice.
Could you imagine you get a 1 ounce pour of this Louis XIII cognac, and you go, "Can I have a dash of Coke with it, please?"
Yeah. The super fast version of it. You take grapes, mash them, add yeast, to produce alcohol.
Louis.
A bit of Louis. Add yeast to produce alcohol, and then you distill it to get what's an eau de vie, grape vodka. And then that's poured into barrels and aged for many, many years. And when it comes out of the barrels after aging, that's cognac. And when it's done in the cognac region of France, well, that's brandy. And when it's done,
that's cognac.
Yeah. When it's done when it's done anywhere in the world, it's brandy. When it's done in Cognac, France, it's cognac. That's it. So it's fancy brandy. Here we go. Unhinged New York College professor who cursed out anti-abortion students holds machete to post reporter's neck.
Just delete this for Monday.
Did you really hold a machete to a post reporter's neck? Yeah, there she is doing it right there. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Have you got the video of her with the pro-life people as well?
Yeah.
Because I mean, she didn't get arrested for. She got arrested for this, but obviously it shows that this woman was hired for diversity reasons.
Oh Lord, yes. Let's just watch the video of her doing her insanity. And I can't.
The video cracks me up, dude.
If the roles were reversed on this, they would have the FBI at this person's house already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, she has been sacked as of today. She got fired.
Okay, well I'll just not talk about it. Okay, well let's just move on to a different story.
No.
Let's move on to a different story. It's fine.
Have you got the video of her shouting at the pro-life students who just had a little display?
Why don't you just cover it on Monday, man? Holy shit!
Because we're doing it now. What the fuck?
You just told the whole story. Is there a point?
No, I didn't. Seeing the video is the first video, not the one with the machete. That's very
Sin, tell him everything that happens in fucking John Wick 4. Go ahead, spoil the whole fucking thing for him.
I mean, Drunkle did kind of spoil the article.
Oh, okay. My mistake, sorry.
Let's just watch the video. It's fast. Yeah, that's it. Just steps out and... Are you fucking serious?
How do you not just clock that bitch in her fucking teeth?
She's yelling at him like, what the fuck? And puts a blade to his neck, and the dude just looks at the camera like, what? Did you just... Look at him. Did you just catch that on video? Yeah.
What's the point of even doing that? He's just gonna...
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm playing it for chat.
No, I was on about a different... I wasn't on about this video.
I understand the abortion video where she tosses aside the stuff on the table and yells at them. What, are you going to go after the trans people? Yes. Drunkle, it's coming.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
Because one thing at a time. It's like, who is this lady that did this insane thing? Okay, well, I mean, all of the video freezes. Normally you don't get to see razor sharp video of people acting this insane, but it's
razor sharp.
But yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Here she is chasing him down the street. Like, really? This lady, let's just quote some of everything. The Post reporter and photographer immediately left the apartment building after showing up there to ask her some questions about a previous incident that we'll get into in a second. And armed Rodriguez quickly followed and accosted them outside. Quote, if I see you on this block one more fucking time, I'm gonna get the fuck off the block. Get the fuck out of here, yo. This is a college instructor. This lady. She wasn't hired for just diversity reasons, like you said. An art teacher at a college? What the fuck are you doing, lady?
Why would the...
Looking for a felony.
I'm going to take a photo of me sipping my coffee. Like, why?
Tell me that's not posed. Like, look at that strong look on her face. You know what I mean? It's just, here I am.
Get the pencil tattoo in.
Because she's about art or something. She's not a deranged person. Regardless, so here comes the whole pro-life thing, right? She approaches some pro-life students on campus that are students for life, and they have their little pamphlets and their informational booklets and whatnot, and she approaches them and accosts them. What does she accost them by doing? You're not educating shit, she says. This is fucking propaganda, the art history professor hissed at the students on May 2nd. What are you going to do next? Like anti-trans? And the male student behind the table was filming her, and he told her, quote, I mean, no, we're talking about abortion. Rodriguez fired back, telling the male student he couldn't be sorry because you can't even have a fucking baby. Does anyone, you know what, I'll say it. You're worried about, like, trans people and you're suddenly talking about having babies?
Yeah. I mean, she accused him of being anti-trans and then told men that they can't have children.
Yeah.
Like, pick a side, woman, you know?
It's what the joke's right itself.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just fucking brilliant. It screams art teacher.
Woke, insane teacher. Like, she's out of her mind, like tossing the material, and they video this and then put it online, and it went viral, and then people found out about it, and then it went wider. And then so people went to talk to her at her house, and she was sick of talking to the journalists, and so decided to rock a machete.
She sees the camera and goes right back in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think happened.
In that first video, she actually accused the students at the table of being violent.
Because violent language, because it was triggering her students.
And then she comes out with the machete
and chases these dudes down the block, threatening to separate their shoulder from their head. You got to be kidding me, lady.
This is what I was saying earlier on. I think it was just before Sin got here. Like, the reason she said that, she said, "What you're saying, excuse me, what you're saying here is violence. Your words are violence," which she then can justify her actions afterwards as self-defense.
Yeah, and is she known for doing such things? Well, here's the story from Daily Mail. Woke College, NYC college professor is fired after hurling foul-mouthed abuse at students over pro-life stand. As it also emerges, she sued the NYPD for abusing her during the George Floyd protests. Well,
When was there a George Floyd protest?
You don't remember the flaming but mostly, or fiery but mostly peaceful protests?
Yeah, I remember a specific summer that was full of love.
Yeah.
I didn't see any protests.
Ah, gotcha.
Fucked out of riots.
There
I didn't
were,
see any
and she was, quote, abused. And who's surprised that that lady was out in the middle of that and then decided to sue the NYPD over it? I'm not surprised at all. Shalane Rodriguez, 46, was an adjunct professor at the School of Visual Arts at Hunter College. Can you imagine somebody with that kind of I don't even call it a checker past, just that history, that past that was either middle of the road politically or conservative, even getting hired? It would be like, no, you're just a fucking headache of a person. Absolutely not. But you're out there in protest, you're suing the NYPD, you're clearly a violent, deranged individual, but you have the right think. So yeah, we'll hire you, of course.
Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Hispanic name?
Usually.
Generally, yeah.
Dreadlocks? Cultural appropriation.
Mixed.
I don't know, man.
ethnicity.
Have you seen pictures? Have you seen pictures of the southern border? There's a lot of dark Hispanics coming up.
Yeah, but they're all like, fucking lawyers and doctors, though, you know?
Okay, now on to something a little bit different. Woman in pink dress steals $120,000 tractor, Florida cops say, and then it got weird.
All right.
Now,
was it a John Deere? We love a John Deere on this show.
Drunkle? It was.
No shit. Was it really? Yes!
Okay. The fun's in the details. A woman wearing a pink dress is accused of carrying out a series of odd thefts in rural Florida, one of which involved riding off with someone's $120,000 John Deere tractor. The 46-year-old, why the 46-year-old wanted the tractor is unclear, but detectives note it was not the strangest thing taken in the spree. Bed sheets, blue jeans, toiletries, camouflage wading boots, several packages of frozen venison, and a bottle of wine were all stolen from a home, according to the affidavit. The woman is also accused of sleeping in one person's bed. At last count, she's facing 3 misdemeanors and 35 felonies. Investigators say the crimes occurred May 6th. She did all of that on May 6th.
Sounds like this lady was preparing for something.
She slept in someone else's bed? That's just weird, man. So you think they came home like Three Little Bears style? Do you know, like, who's been sleeping in my bed? Wait, Three Little Bears? Goldilocks. My bad. She was also accused
Goldilocks
of,
and the three little bears.
and I think it was just 3 bears, wasn't it? They weren't little bears because one of them was quite big and one of them was medium and one was small. But
It's true.
she was also accused of eating one victim's porridge. And
The beginning of the end of her little spree happened when a neighbor was first to report something suspicious after seeing a female in a pink dress driving a tractor down the highway. Yes. Florida woman resurged. I love it.
I mean, the stealing the frozen venison, I'm on board with. I can't blame you for that. Venison is fucking delicious.
Well, yeah, and there was
we do
wine
love-
right there. It's
Yeah.
ooh, and a nice
and a
Chianti to
John
go with
Deere
it.
tractor
Yeah.
just outside us.
But the camouflage wading boots? Were you going to go fishing too?
I mean, look, yeah, you've gone fish. You got some fish to go with your venison. You had a nice bit of wine. You had a nap afterwards. You got to take the tractor.
Yeah. You got Abacus. It's like, then? Yeah. So didn't it get weirder? I thought it got, again, all of that on May 6th. That was an active 24-hour period for this lady. 35 fucking felonies in a 24-hour
Okay.
period.
Impressive.
Sounds like she's trying to beat a high score.
It's a speed run to endless imprisonment
Jail.
for small things.
I don't know, man. I don't think the Grand Theft Tractor is a small thing here, you know?
Well, admittedly, they're all felonies, but it's like, what are you in jail for? 35 felonies. What'd you steal? A bottle of wine and wading boots and venison. Yeah.
Wading boots. What the fuck?
I mean, it brings up a lot of questions.
And I do like that she didn't get into her tactical turtleneck or anything to go out and commit these crimes. She just went on the spree in a pink dress. God bless her.
Sounds like a bet.
Sounds like meth.
Like supermarket sweep.
All right, boys. You want to see the coolest gun I've seen in a good long time?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Sure.
Look at this.
Huh.
Okay, I think you need to reevaluate your definition of cool.
Come on.
like the
Not
shape.
everything
I
can
like
be
the shape.
tactical cool. This is atomic age, they call it. I'm like, sure. I don't know what retro futuristic. It's a 22, man. I'd have that gun for fun. Look at it.
It looks like something you'd see in a fucking Twilight Zone
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
I mean, it
it's,
says it's from
Like
the
it's gonna go
1950s.
pew, pew, pew.
well, sure. It looks like a movie prop, but that's what's cool about it. It's a full-on 22 LR. What's not awesome about that?
It says it's from the
How it
1950s,
looks.
and I believe it.
Sure.
Like that, that looks like it was made in the. That was made for someone in the 1950s when this is what guns are going to look like in the future. No, I don't like it, man.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh, come on. Where's your spirit of fun?
Right
mean,
here,
look, it's-
but it's just ugly.
It's fun, yeah, but it is ugly, Sin. It is. That is an ugly gun.
I
I,
think
wouldn't
it's
want to get shot
sleek.
by that. That would, if you got shot and killed by that, you would be both dead and insulted.
I would, yeah. I feel like some fucking Star Trek nerd just shot me to death.
That's what would happen, right? It's like, that ain't no real gun. Want to bet? And they move towards you and, catch a few rounds. I mean, keep shooting because it is only a 22. Assuming
I mean,
that you
I
have the legal
underst-
right to do so.
I understand, but I don't like it.
What's the
Aw.
grip made out of? Do you know?
I'm assuming plastic.
Pearl, usually.
Yeah, it could be pearl. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to look up
I mean,
the litany and find
1950s
out.
though. So we're looking
If
at
it's a
plastic,
if it's one
just-
of these fancy guns that it's supposed to look like, it's pearl.
You don't
Yeah.
think that's a little bit expensive?
No, because that's what it's supposed to look like.
It's a bit yellow as well, isn't it? It's a bit like it looks like it's been sat in a room with a heavy smoker since the 50s.
Yeah, that. Do you think it's supposed to be silver and it's just taken on a nicotine tinge?
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean I'll take the gold thing, but yeah, like the grip on it, yeah, was certainly supposed to be a lot whiter than it was. I mean, it's beige, Polly. The whole thing's beige. How can you look at this gun and go, yeah, that's for me?
I don't know, because it's very retro future where there was blocky robots, all Fallouty.
Yeah, they're all Fallouty, yeah, but it just looks like it belongs on a fucking crime scene on that 70s show.
No.
Yeah, this looks like somebody got murked at the World of Tomorrow fair.
All right. So I have a series of Let's Eat Australia. Okay. 4 quick ones. All right.
Before Australia eats you. Right?
Well, in this case, they're something
This
you
is
don't.
the far segment of the show.
Something you don't want to eat, something that you do want to eat, something that you shouldn't eat, and fuck it, I'm going to eat it.
Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to the last one. Okay, cool.
And they are
Cool,
as
I'm in.
follows.
This is call it out as you do it. This is something that you
Don't want to eat.
don't want to eat. Okay.
Hold on, let me get this in here. Off that line.
Yeah, it's like ordering a 22 in rose gold.
New species of skeleton shrimp identified after the discovery on the Gippsland lakes. So look there, look at that. That's the shrimp.
No.
Yeah, you don't want to eat that. It's
I
like
did, I've always wanted.
Looks like a centipede.
I would eat an eldritch terror.
Nice. It's like fairy floss. It's a skeleton shrimp. Yeah, I see where it gets its name from. That's the gross. Ugh.
I'm pretty sure this is one of the bosses from Dark Souls 3.
It was on that Netflix show, Shrimper Things.
It's the fuck, I gotta look it up. He's the big lava monster.
I don't know. Is it? Has anyone eaten it? Is it delicious?
No, I don't think you like I said, you don't want to eat it. So let's move.
I do, though.
Let's move on to what you do. Let's move on to what you do want to eat.
I do want it. Okay.
What's fairy floss? I believe it's cotton candy.
Oh, yeah, that's what Australia's cool. Yeah.
Okay. Don't want to eat it. Do want to eat it. New blueberry.
Oh,
I love.
that's not blue.
It will be when it ripens.
Well, then show me a photo of that. What the fuck?
Well, they just discovered it. This is a brand new
Caught it
species
really
of
early.
blueberry. I'm a super fan
It's
of
greenberry.
Yeah, it's a blue greenberry. That's a color.
I love it. I do love a blueberry, Polly. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, and so when I found
Yeah,
out there was a new
blueberries are
species of
delish.
blueberry in the world, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to eat it."
Mm.
So yeah, I'm the excite. Let's start breeding it for big plump blueberries.
Oh yeah.
And
Imagine that with a on the side of your skeleton shrimp.
Skeleton.
I'm just saying. So far, I want to eat everything that you've
Yeah,
shown me.
skeleton shrimp with blueberry sauce, greenberry
with
sauce.
a blueberry jus.
Luna, you can't have blueberries? Like allergic?
Oh,
That's
no,
too
really?
bad, man.
That's hard. I'd kill myself.
Well, I wouldn't go that far,
No,
but
it's
that's
not again.
unfortunate.
That's a restart.
Restart.
That is a poor character role, isn't it? You're allergic to
Suicide is not a
blueberries. I know.
restart, Drunkle. That is not okay.
Try again.
I'm resetting my character, Jen. This is bullshit. God's sake. Don't eat it. Well, the giant mushrooms that are popping up. For God's
That's weird. Luna
sake.
was completely hidden from me in Top Chat. I had to restart Chrome, and it auto defaulted back to Top Chat, and Luna was 100% hidden in Top Chat.
Oh shit! Do you know, actually, I'm in top chat as well. Just so I can make sure that I can still see you as well. Because I'm not scrolling up, I can't see you. Oh no, actually, no. Yeah, you're a ridiculous lunatic. We're all right.
Huh.
So what's the deal with these big mushrooms then?
There's no explanation to them or why they're popping up, but they're warning people that they shouldn't eat them. Well, yeah, look at the fucking size of those beasts. And no, that's not a forced perspective thing. Look at the fucking size of them.
They grow into children. Is that an actual Cabbage Patch Kid? Right?
Even if it is one of them tiny Cabbage Patch dolls, that is why would you eat that?
Why would you put your baby on it? They can support.
You might
a
eat the baby.
You might eat the baby. Feed me, Seymour. It can actually support the weight of an infant. That's pretty fucking mental.
This is what I'm saying. You don't want to eat it.
I don't. But can you?
No, it's poisonous.
No. Okay. See, that's what I was asking.
When I first
Like
saw them, I
blueberries
thought it
are
was a
for some
pile of
people.
firewood left by campers. Yeah, no. What the hell? Kaiju mushrooms growing because of the radiation.
How is there not just like a load of like dead animals just led out around these things? You know. And if it's poisonous, why would you put your baby on it?
Yeah, why the hell? I've been on live chat this whole time. That's why I've been seeing Luna. But yeah, other people are saying that they couldn't see him as well on top. That's fucked up. I'm glad I was on live chat, but just a lot of times I forget.
Don't get me wrong, Polly. I appreciate the baby for scale photo here.
It's better than a ruler, actually. You know.
But it kind of it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's like half a giraffe neck long, that kind of thing. Well, it's one 18-month-old long.
It's the size of a fat toddler.
Yeah. Okay, now let's move on to fucking I'm gonna eat it.
Why are mushrooms even poisonous? Like, what's the
you got me already.
reason for this?
New South Wales man charged with animal cruelty for allegedly trying to cook a bin chicken.
Ah, yes.
I love this article. It's full of
the
gold. Gold, I tell you. Okay.
I've never actually heard it. Ibis?
An ibis, yeah.
It is because I've always look at it. I think ibis.
Okay, wait a minute. I said it ibis, and I think it's ibis because if you're Aussie, that's the way it's going to come out. That sort of thing.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, I'd eat it.
Well, you can't. A man who allegedly captured an ibis in Sydney
what
Park.
I can do.
Yeah, right. I'm not Australian. Okay.
And this, well, you would be down with this guy because he wouldn't listen either and didn't care about your regulations. He captured an ibis in Sydney Park, killed it, and hung it up in his shower to dry before attempting to cook it. And he was released from custody. Tom Quatch, 60, allegedly stuffed the animal into his backpack and rode a stolen bike to his unit in Sydney's eastern suburbs before decapitating the bird. Well, that gets better. He was charged with animal cruelty and stolen goods offenses and was released from custody, right? But here are the conditions. This is what the judge tells him. Ibises are not to be caught, not to be killed, and not to be eaten, Magistrate Ross Hudson told Mr. Quatch. Touching any bird or attempting to capture any bird is a breach. Is that clear? The man...
bird?
Any bird.
Does the King of Australia own them like the Queen owned the fucking
That's a good
swans?
question, yeah.
He was...
Birds are friends, not food.
Says who? I'll eat the fuck out of a chicken.
Fuck yeah.
Looked it up, and they are not endangered in any way. They're, the scale from like least concern to extinct. They're at least concern. The ibises are fucking everywhere, but they are they are a protected species.
Australian pigeons.
But they're bin chickens. They eat out of the garbage buckets.
This is basically like a winged raccoon.
Yeah. All jokes aside, yeah. So and I don't know why he's eating a bin chicken because they eat garbage. It's probably not particularly healthy. It would be like eating a fucking pigeon or a fucking seagull or whatever the hell. Not good for you.
I've eaten pigeon.
Yeah, but it was okay. You don't think it was?
I'm still here. I might have hepatitis C, but I'm still here.
Maybe that's where it came from. Blood bonds my ass. It's from eating pigeons out the fucking center square. They're not to be caught, not to be killed, and not to be eaten. And they're protected species there in Queensland, New South Wales, etc. Why? Because they're animals of least concern. I have no idea why they're protected, but they are, and that's why the judge is coming down on them. Now, when he was given these conditions for his release on bond or bail or whatever the hell, he's like, he just nodded in agreement. But upon leaving the court, said, I love this. In Queensland, I was able to eat them.
Oh. I know he probably didn't grumble it like that, but I kind of wish he did.
Sort of kicks a rock at the ground. I was able to eat them out there.
Right. Huh.
It raised all these questions. I started thinking, why don't we teach the homeless to hunt?
There's enough of them. Fuck it. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they're protected, but they're too protected, aren't they?
Yeah. Fuck it. Like, let's eat the bin chickens. For all we know, they're wonderful eating.
Well, this is Advocata says, don't eat a bird that has no feathers on its head. But I would like to remind you of turkeys, Advocatus.
And I want to know what drew you to that conclusion.
Yeah, like where did you... You just had one bad Thanksgiving one year? Or...
That's what I'm hearing.
Look at him. Look at his tasty little face.
Yeah. So there it is. Don't eat it. Want to eat it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't eat it, and fuck it, I'm
No.
gonna eat it. There it is.
that was an excellent segment. I really enjoyed that.
Here's a quick one that I thought of you for, Sinatra. You ready for this?
Yes.
Walmart to pay $500,000 in illegal sale of brass knuckles to Californians.
Huh, I was just talking about this a couple of days ago to a friend of mine. They are so fucking illegal.
Are they in Ohio?
Everywhere.
I mean, I guess. I mean, not
They're
in Oregon.
sold as paperweights.
Yeah. What bothers me is it. Okay, so they're available for sale, not in Walmart, just on the website. That's the key thing. And somebody put them up there for whatever, labeled as whatever, paperweights or interesting looking knick-knack, whatever they labeled them as. Some wish.com shit.
For ornamental reasons only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get this, thank you, Luna. You get this, the Attorney General, who is named Rob Banter. And I love
humbug.
I love he takes this hard line. You ready for this? Illegal weapons have no place in California. The settlement we've reached with Walmart makes it crystal clear that online retailers are responsible for what they are allowing to be offered for sale in our state.
I mean, illegal weapons have no place in California. Have you tried telling California that?
Yeah.
Sir?
In a completely unrelated piece of news, California Attorney General Rob Bonta seriously considering a run for governor. You son of a bitch. This is what you took a stand on to seem like a hard guy, to seem like the crusader?
Walmart weaponry from Bob Bonta.
You know what else he's seriously backing him behind? The banning of Skittles.
Why?
Skittles do.
Red dye number 3's in them, and it's harmful to your health.
Well, then don't eat the red ones.
Yeah. Well, the orange ones might have a little of the number 3 red dye in it, too.
It probably got like a 1.5.
It bugs me. It actually passed the California State Assembly, and he made statements regarding the Attorney General, who's clearly looking for anything he can grab onto to just, pump up his public notoriety as the crusader guy. Because I'm going for governor and you want me. Gee, it's almost like there's going to be a vacancy in the governorship because the current governor's running for the presidency or something. See what I mean, Sin? This little knock-on effect.
It's just interesting how it plays out.
Yeah.
Is red dye number 3, is that the one that's made out of beetle shells?
No, it's actually, I did look it up. It's entirely, what would you call it? Like synthetic industrial polymer. It's titanium dioxide, potassium bromate, and bromated vegetable oil and propylol paraben.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
It's just interesting that all this shit's made out of stuff we can't spell.
So, it's banned in the EU, and that's their entire claim on why it should be banned for sale in California as well, particularly Skittles. So it's like they're willing to do that. You know what else is bad for your health, guys? Meth.
Brass knuckles?
Meth,
Yeah.
Heroin, smoking.
So
alcohol.
authorities seize almost $3 million worth of meth disguised as onions in California. And I went with this article because you can pull up so many. Chat, you know this, and Drunk, you know this. If you want to pull up articles with meth flooding into the United States through California, it's not hard at all.
It's all kind of there in California.
Yeah, because
it's not all meth.
Meth is king in California. Golden State is major hub for Mexican drug cartel. Yeah, who doesn't know that? So the Attorney General is all concerned about Skittles and the few Californians that were able to sneak through and buy brass knuckles through Walmart, and he's crusading on this aspect to the governor's office. Is he mentioning the poison hub that California represents to the entire fucking nation through meth onions, amongst many other things? Now, Drunkle, yes, are those all... You know what I thought? It says disguised as onions. You know what my first thought was? They were disguised as onions, like meth balls with onion skin on them.
I mean,
that's what I would think.
Is that not the case?
No, it's that. Those are the pictures of the actual pallets of onions. I'm like, no way! You actually get to look at them. Those are them. And
so that's just onions.
The meth is packed in the middle of each one of those pallets.
Okay, right. Because I'm looking at that, going, holy shit! That is a lot of meth.
No, it's just those are the detained onion pallets that have the meth in the middle. But still 3 million, which is a drop in the bucket of everything that comes across, because California, with its porous ass border and its complete lack of political will to do anything fucking about it, either illegal transport of people or illegal transport of fucking meth and fentanyl and every other fucking thing, in both directions, cash down, drugs up, you know. But this guy, he's worried about Skittles and brass knuckles. You know.
Well, yeah, but still, it might be onions. It might be mainly onions, and the meth is in the middle. But I'm guaranteeing that bust made someone cry.
Oh, yeah. Nice. But as a nice note, Indiana is finally going to lift its throwing star ban this summer.
No more bathroom tiles.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about getting brass knuckles anymore. You can just go to Indiana and get yourself some ninja stars. Fuck yeah. Fuck yes.
Because I'm sure Indiana was, devoid of shurikens a couple of days ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Like they're sitting down going like, right, okay, guys, come on. Hot topic now, throwing stars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we beat around the bush for too long. Let's decide if we're going to allow them or not. Like, why was this even something that people needed to talk about?
I'm surprised that they pushed it through, but they did. It was a bunch of competition people and stuff like that did throwing knives and whatnot.
Oh, that actually makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. And under restricted conditions and whatnot, you can, we want to be able to throw stars as well as the knives and axes that we've been throwing. And so, but
when you put it like that, all right,
yeah. But I'm surprised that the Indiana legislature, like all of them, just went along with it. They're like, yeah, it's fine. It's like, really? Okay. Wild. I thought somebody would have gone full AOC and made a fucking federal case out of nothing, just a grandstand. We can't allow these weapons in our communities or whatever the fuck,
Or even like, the opposite. Like, so my position is to allow throwing stars to, try and get the Chinese vote,
Oh. So we talked about fungus a little bit earlier. Jesus Christ. Now there's some mold in your home. Look at this.
That's Drunkle's house.
That's my bed. That's my bedroom wall. Yeah.
They're talking about abatement in this article. Now, what to do in this situation? Cleanse it with fire.
Yeah, no, you can't even bleach that out.
No,
bleaching would just discolor it. White vinegar is actually pretty good.
No, fire. A good equal mixture of, high octane lighter fluid and diesel.
What you getting at with the book script? Spit that shit out, man.
Get it, bitch.
You know why we talking about burning your house now? Game Verlaine. It's a little arson in the sake of public safety. It's fine. Game Verlaine, thank you for the 450.
Honestly, at that point, yeah, you're just kind of doing everyone a favor.
This is an episode of South Park in the making, and I'm here for it. Oh, all right. Last thing, Drunkle. I thought you'd get a kick out of this. Saturn reclaims its title of Moon King with the discovery of 62 new moons orbiting the planet, bringing its total to 145 moons.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume that none of them are called Luna.
No.
Well, I mean, they all are really.
Ours.
Exactly.
No, they're all called Luna because Luna is just Latin for moon. So if we were speaking Latin right now, then we would just refer to them as 62 new lunas. How did we not know about this?
It's complicated.
Okay, all right.
They just through the through the rings around Saturn, and it's because they're really small. Obviously, they're not like mega fucking moons, and they were hidden up until now or whatever the hell. It's that
they're really small. They could kick your ass.
Well,
yeah, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah,
he's not called your
ridiculous.
He's not called your ridiculous moonatic. It's your.
No, why would it be? Because lunatic is a different word. Why would it be called moonatic? That's just stupid.
Yeah, common. Okay. Proper nouns need to adhere to word rules.
Okay, this is a big thing for the astronomy nerds out there. If you're really into solar system moons, which I am in a big way, this was awesome news because Jupiter had all the moons. All of them.
Yeah. It's sat out there fucking lording it over fucking Saturn. Go, oh, you ain't got as many moons as me, bitch. Saturn was very quiet about this all this time.
Yeah.
And then just and it's still been very quiet as well. You notice Saturn's not been bragging.
Mm-hmm.
Just let the news roll out silently.
Moonatic's asking a good question. Are they captured asteroids?
You get this nonstop debate, Luna, with all that. Yeah, this moon is more likely a captured asteroid because of its shape and its composition, where these 3 moons are so busted up and craggy that they are clearly the result of a impact of 2 or more other moons, because they all have the same geology, they all look similar to each other, and they're all busted up in such a way that they're orbiting close enough that they clearly entered each other's orbital path. So what are they? A combination of all the above. Captured asteroids and busted up moon fragments and. It's 145 of them. That's so cool.
A moon is essentially just a natural satellite, isn't it? So, like, really, I mean, do we actually know what the actual definition of a moon is? Does it have to be fucking a collision between
no, but
so many celestial bodies? Or
Barr is the moon expert when it comes to write down tight definitions. How the International Planetary Society decide why. He's still out there with the handsaw and the impact wrench. It makes no sense. What project could you use both those things on? Wood and an impact wrench? What the fuck?
Well, how do you know it's an impact wrench, not an impact driver?
It might be. Maybe he's putting wood panels on the side of his fucking car. I don't know.
Because they make the same noise because they're doing the same action. But
it sure sounds like it's coming to the end of a fucking bolt tightening, though. But then again, no, I'm not the expert.
62? That's fucking...
Yeah. And yes, how they were discovered through just... They added them all up, and we're going to release them all at one time. We've discovered as many as we can through the various new detection methods that we're using.
Is this James Webb by any chance?
No.
No? Oh, bloody hell. Okay. I would have thought that, it's only because, we've been looking through the awesome James Webb telescope that now we've discovered 62 new moons. But I don't know, the way that the headline's coming in, it sounds like someone just added new moons to it and went like, and now let's wait for the humans to notice.
Yeah, we're just going to sprinkle a couple more out here.
Let's move on to the titular article and wrap it all up. Godzilla death wish come true. They open a Godzilla-themed fucking park. A Godzilla theme park in Japan. I love this. Look, they got Godzilla and Mechagodzilla fighting right at the entrance.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
Right at the entrance. Now, what's the titular aspect of this article? Sometimes I've decided that you can have a titular picture. Remember that? One picture is good enough as an article. This is one of them. So at the Godzilla theme park, you can zip line into a 70-foot tall Godzilla mouth.
Shut up.
And there it is, boys and girls.
Oh my God.
Look at that shit.
That's dope.
That might be the coolest thing ever.
Look, it's going right into the glue-blowing mouth of death.
That is awesome. Oh,
that
boys,
picture
let's
sold
do
me.
this.
I'm like, this is the titular right here. Look at that photograph, man. You got to be kidding me.
We've got to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Lunatic.
Have a few beers on me, brother. Cheers.
There was 2 question marks on the end of cheers, so it was like, cheers? Lunatic for $500.
Beautiful.
You absolute
Nice.
You truly are you're a moonatic tonight, buddy. Dude, thank you so much. And I'm going to use that to go to Japan and fly into the gaping maw of Godzilla.
Even if it costs that $500 to do a zip ride, it'd be worth it. And I'd just scream,
Oh, you would do
Luna,
it.
all the way into the fucking thing. I would just, yeah.
You'd do it twice. Luna, thank you. An absolute fucking legend this week as well. Fucking, what was it? Twice he's chucked a grand over sin tonight, this week. And
3.
Three, and now 500 on top of that as well. You're ridiculous, lunatic. You truly, truly are. Thank you so much, my man.
Blew it up last night playing Pummel Party.
You playing Pummel Party last night?
Yeah, we played over on Gulf City.
Oh, God damn it. Thank you so much, Luna, mate. Love you to bits, mate. You legend. Thank you.
Absolute legend for sure.
The mouth of Godzilla.
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That brings it, boom, to the end of the snooze. So, Drunkle, what have you got going on? Are you planning on doing a little gamage?
Very, very bad news in that respect. The neighbor below me has been making a shit ton of noise, and I got an email today that I'm getting blamed for it. So I've got to be on fucking under the radar for a little bit now. There's a whole thing of fucking slamming doors. Fucking someone's kicked the fucking front door in as well on the main building. The fucking door getting left unlocked. Shit ton of noise being made, which I can call. Oh shit! Oh, there you go.
The donation just makes itself. Thank you, Arnold.
Hey, cutie. You want some candy?
Nothing played for me.
I'm just kidding. Get in the car.
You didn't get the peak of epic manliness?
No, can I see it again?
You're right, you could see
do
it again.
Do it again, yeah. There it is.
There we go.
It's like the ultimate come at me, bro moment. He doesn't even have a gun.
The echo at the end, it just fades out on the echo. It's well made, those.
Lunatic, thank you for the big $500. Greatly appreciated. The peak of epic manliness, and one for you, Polly. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Luna. Greatly appreciated. And I would zipline into Godzilla's mouth screaming, Luna! I would do it.
Hey, we could do it together
yeah,
now, man. We both got fucking 5 ton. We can go into Godzilla's mouth holding hands.
I actually want.
Can
you know
guys
what?
Not sound so gay?
For Friday, I'm gonna find out how much they want to zipline into Godzilla's mouth. I just want to know.
Please, yeah, yeah.
In yen, and I'll do the conversion and find out. I'll even find out in pounds. For you,
we'll add some fucking the flights to it and everything as well. We'll talk numbers, man. We'll talk numbers.
Hold on. Let's just for the end of the show. Let's just leave Godzilla's zip mouth picture up.
I think that's a good idea.
No one wants to look at us.
To continue though, fucking. So it looks like Twitch is not going to be a viable option for me after the AAA anymore. But what I will do from now on, in an attempt to stay out of the pub as well, and indeed show up on time for the AAA meetings, is I will be doing Twitch streaming before the AAA meetings on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. On Friday, it's not going to be so much of an issue because it's Friday, it's the weekend. But of course, weekdays. This is where, at the end of the show, boys, I'm going to have to talk about the run time as well, because it's currently 1:30, and I'm kind of getting myself down to a whisper. I actually have
another 8 articles here because I really misjudged it. So I just
Jesus
I was like, and I was like, oh shit, look at the time. I just looked at the clock and I was like, oh, this got to come to an end. Okay, but once again, I know Chet has thanked Luna, but let's all thank him again. Fuck yeah,
absolutely.
What about you? But you have won the stream tonight, Luna.
Yeah, that's big dick helicopter in action. I just, woo. And Odenhammer, thank you for the $9. Oh my God, Shin Godzilla, the most awesome Godzilla. Please tell me you have the Shin Godzilla. It's the best one yet. I have seen Shin Godzilla. I actually have. I went. A friend of mine is a big kaiju fan, like full on rubber Godzilla fighting Mothra. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
I do enjoy it.
Yeah,
Japanese films.
Yeah, and he's a huge fan. So yeah, I've seen all the Godzillas, and my personal favorite was Mecha Godzilla because I didn't think it was real.
What?
I just thought it was an internet myth. I just thought it was something that people mentioned. I didn't. And then I found out like 5 years ago. I was like, oh my God, Mecha Godzilla's real.
Yeah, I mean, that was
did you see the fucking latest Godzilla movie?
No. Why?
King Kong versus Godzilla?
No.
Oh man.
Was that the latest? But hey, mind you, like I don't think Hollywood Godzilla counts.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the same touch as the old school Japanese films. I mean,
yeah, they were the best.
I love that they went horrifying Godzilla here. Look at his maw open and like the big connective tissue and the horrifying teeth and everything. It's great.
I don't mean to correct your pronouns, but Godzilla is a female.
Did I say he?
Yeah.
I don't
A
know.
lot of people always say he, but I mean, we've seen it. I mean, there was even the first Hollywood Godzilla film where she
Don't
laid
remind
eggs.
me.
There was also, well, I mean, we're talking old school Japanese. There was one with Baby Godzilla where she was teaching Baby Godzilla how to breathe fire, and he couldn't. All he was doing, he was just blowing smoke rings. So she stamped on his tail. Dude, the old school Japanese ones for the win, mate. There's like fucking 40, 50 of them. There's so many, and they're all amazing.
Oh, look at this. Donkey Punch Bandit and Molly Okami both went and found out the price. And it's 3,800 yen or $28 US, 27.27.
That doesn't count the fucking travel.
No, it doesn't. But I thought that zip lining down like that might have been ridiculously expensive. You know?
No, dude, stuff in Japan is super fucking cheap.
Can you imagine how much that would be at like Disney World?
It's $600 just to go.
You know, zip lining into Dylan Mulvaney's face or something. Like I
saw a thing.
I pay a lot of money for that.
I saw a thing on TikTok the other day that it was this mom was like, "Come with me to see how much I spend at Disneyland for me and my 2 kids or whatever," and just snacks for the day. That's all it was. It was snacks, not meals. Snacks. She spent like $400
On snacks?
Yeah, a soda was like $12.
Jesus Christ!
And I thought state
then they
fairs
did
with
the
their
make-
beer garden prices were expensive, but no, a friend of mine
They
went
did
to
the
Disney
make your own
World and said-
lightsaber thing,
Okay.
and it
That's
was $400 per saber.
That's insane.
Wait, make your own lifesaver flavor, and then they press them out right
No,
there.
lightsaber.
Oh, lightsaber.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
I was because you said lifesaver, and I'm like, no, please let him have said lightsaber there. Is it a real working lightsaber?
You know, you would fucking think so.
Yeah,
Let me see if I
would
can find it
expect
real
so.
quick while we do the outro,
Build a
because I want to
saber.
give you exact numbers.
Well, I think everybody
play
got
Doctor-
Drunkle's situation, what's going on with Gameage, and that's cool. Now everybody knows, but by all means, repeat it on Fridays.
It's not cool.
Well,
it's really not cool.
it's cool
Okay,
that the
so-
information got out there.
Someone
I mean,
else
come on.
bullshit.
I'm
here,
going to
but-
read this out as we go,
If-
if you guys can indulge me for like 30 seconds.
Okay, I'm sorry.
3 headbands is $130. Breakfast for everybody was $200. It was 3 kids, my bad. $250 for breakfast. Ice cream was $25 per kid. $800 for the lightsabers, so they were like what, $240 a piece?
Jesus.
Oh, what was the last thing? Was 240? I didn't catch that. My headphones cut.
Lightsabers.
$800 for 3 build your own lightsabers.
Okay.
So what's that, like 240 something a piece?
Right. So, but what are
It-
you
it-
doing? You're picking the style of handle and then the color of blade, and thus 240.
Yeah, that's it.
Jesus.
You do the fancy one where you like put the fake crystal inside of it and screw it together, but it's still all Chinese plastic garbage.
Right. You'd be better off to get like the people who want Starfleet uniforms, right? You can buy the cheap in a bag child's costume, but there's stores out there that sell. They do costumery for stage plays and whatnot. Ask them to make you something custom for like $300, and you get like actual material that won't like fall apart the first time you wash it, and so on and so forth. Go to a movie prop person and get them to build you a lightsaber.
Oh yeah.
It'd probably be a way better item. It'd have actual metal in the handle. You know, like you said, not cheap plastic crap. Kids fucking around with those, they're gonna break them. They're gonna fucking break them.
Better yet, make it yourself. Cosplay is so much better when the person has designed it and made it themselves, instead of just, oh, I've just shown up as fucking Iron Man with this suit that I bought for $3,000. That's not cosplay, mate. You're just wearing a costume.
I agree.
Make it yourself. That's impressive.
I mean, that's the thing. Quiz does cosplay, but he also does a lot of Warhammer 40K painting. And he was just telling me the other day, somebody was like, well, if you can buy the painted minis online, what's the point? Why in painting them? Why go through all that paint? Just like you did it yourself. That's
like building
the point.
Buying a built model.
Yeah. There's the other thing. You're not just painting them. You have to cut them out of the sprues and glue them together and prime them and all the shit you have to do. And it's not hard. The only thing that's hard is to do it to an expert level, but no one's expecting you to. There's no pride of accomplishment in just buying the thing.
You can do it as per your own design as well. Like, today I'm fighting with the Rainbow Squad.
Yeah. You should see the American Space Marines that people have made, like the Marines. They're pretty
Pride
sweet.
platoon.
They're pretty fucking sweet.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like fucking make fucking you Chaos Space Marines are wearing the fucking old school
We're looking
fucking.
at sea otters. 6 of them here.
That's fucking
Fucking
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan
Kenobi.
We're
Kenobi.
looking at sea otters.
Universal is much cheaper. My Ravenclaw robe was like $130, and an interactive wand was $60 for Harry Potter World. Yuck.
Polly, you like Warhammer. Are you telling me you wouldn't love it if you had a set that were wearing the same colors as, like, American Civil War uniforms?
I was hoping somebody had done that. Fucking stole my thought.
Well, go
Because
for it,
I
man.
wanted
'Cause that'd be
people have done
badass.
modern Marines, and then they've done, like, I don't know, older school World War II style Marine, just with the colors and whatnot. They get very creative with it, right? I want to see somebody do like colonial America Space Marines. I don't know how you would do it to make it look old school, but still Warhammer 40K grim dark at the same time. But people have gotten kit bashing creative enough with it that I want to see it.
Yeah.
It's the creativity, which is the beautiful thing about it. Don't half-ass it. You can't cut corners when it comes to cosplay or Warhammer or Godzilla.
And just think ahead. Obviously, your kids are going to have lightsaber battles. If you buy them cheap Chinese plastic for $240, that's going to be expensive for them to play for 15 minutes before they break it.
Dude, I remember when I was a kid, we would have the fucking greatest lightsaber battles. Like me, my buddies, my brother, like 6 of us out there jumping around playing the shits. Fucking nary a lightsaber ever broke. My kids are older now. I wanted to get them lightsabers so I could beat them with it, and fuck, those things hurt. But they're all like flimsy, bendy, turning white after one hit. You know that fucking gross white color plastic turns when you bend it a little bit?
Yeah. Yep.
After one hit.
Well, you know what? Okay, so just chat was going slow, and so I had scrolled up and then didn't go down to the newest one. So a couple of people, including Darth Mando, who would definitely know. He knows his Star Wares. And
Star Wares.
Yeah, it's a joke. Zelda always calls it the Stairwares.
I like that.
Yeah. And somebody else, they both said, no, they're actually wood and metal. Like, they're solid. And it's like, okay, that's something. Good. I'm glad.
It's something, but still. $800 for 3?
You'd still feel better if you built it yourself.
Oh god, dude, I feel, yeah. And plus, I'm not giving Disney the money.
Yeah. Sin, that's what we need to do. Sell parts to build your own online, and we'll call them laser swords. Stairwares laser swords.
Hell yeah.
On wish.com.
It sounds Chinese.
Yeah. And they come with your own cyber crystals to put inside them.
Yeah. You got to collect them all.
It could work. What was what? Oh, yeah. Plague Dr. Zach. They just sentenced the Pelosi feed on desk guy to over 4 years in prison.
Fuck.
For what? Intensity of disrespect to an elected Democrat?
Basically.
Feed on desk.
Yeah. How much do you think they sentenced the people to that invaded the Portland mayor's office and punched him in the face repeatedly? Remember that? That happened.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. They weren't even arrested. They were escorted out.
I literally did not hear about that.
Yeah. You know, the super pride-supporting mayor of Portland who obviously has to be that way to have any hope in office in that town. Yeah, a whole bunch of people, even you, like they say, liberals get the bullet too. Yeah, they invaded his office. And what does it mean when you rush someone's office with a gang of people and do not allow him to leave after he repeatedly asks to leave, and you barricade the door and people show up and say, let him out, and you scream no? Some people will call that forced confinement, kidnapping.
Yeah.
And then until we get these things accomplished, we will not let them go. Oh, and ransoming. And all they did was get them to, after hours of conversation, remove the blockage from the door, and they escorted them out of there. Jesus. And that guy catches 4 years.
a lot of people would say, it's treason and it requires a death penalty, but then also has a death penalty meant to be done, Is it lethal injection? Is it hanging? Is it firing squad? Is it the wood chipper? I say no to all of these. I say zipline them into Godzilla's mouth.
Oh, Darth Vader. I know it's kyber crystal, but that's the joke, right? We're doing Stare wears laser swords with cyber crystals available on wish.com now. Because we don't want to get sued by Disney. That's who would be coming after us. So no, we just are knockoff versions that are actually high quality versions thereof. Sin gets it.
Thank you, Valine. I appreciate it.
Kidnapping. Oh yeah, and assault, because they did punch him in the face repeatedly.
Yeah, don't forget about that.
Fuck's sake. All right, there it is. Sin, do you have anything coming up for us?
No, I have not been home almost all day. We've been doing besides doctors. I've been doing the posthumous running around. Had to talk to a lawyer. That's fun. So yeah, I have not been home almost all day.
Fair enough. Well, there it is. And if you want something to listen to in the meantime, we have a healthy back catalog for all the stuff that you haven't listened to. But coming up until then, Drunkle, where can they find us next?
We're going to be back on Friday on the Silent Sin channel at 10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. ST, 4:30 Central, and 5:30 a.m. on Christmas Island, Pollybobs.
Fantastic. And I will be there on time just to be able to rub it in someone's nose. I was on time today, damn it.
You guys want to take bets?
I mean,
I'm making a donation about it. I'm stealing fucking... Yeah, I'm stealing Ham and Bean's idea. It'll be a donation for Friday. You'll see. I'm not above a little self-effacing.
I wasn't here.
What's that? But that, for anyone who remembers, you'll remember. For those who don't, it should be a surprise.
Okay.
All right. That is it. I'd like to thank everybody for coming and hanging out, especially for the extra long stream. And people in chat, when things start getting long, remind me. Or Sinatra. Or Drunkle. For God's sake. Like I said, 8 extra articles that I had to go. That's a bad estimation of time. But thank you for everyone for hanging out that long. It was a good time. And I'd like to sincerely thank everybody who generously donated in chat, especially Luna, flopping the dick out on the table all over the fucking place.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, thank you so much, Luna. We
Fuck
love you,
yes.
And one last time, because it's just much. Right into Godzilla's maw. Fuck yeah. All right, we'll see you on Friday, everybody. Have a good night.
Later.